today, like no more than 10 or so. So we gotta be fast and let's start. So today we're gonna talk about SAT English, and then after it's gonna be math. Now I'm gonna show you how I approached questions and some stuff about my personal experience with SAT English, about how to ace it, and so let's go. So who am I? I'm an SAT English mentor in SATashkent Education Center, and personally I've got my SAT 1560, which is by sections 770 in English and 790 in math. Also, I've been teaching with a bit pauses for more than 1 year, and also I taught not only SAT but also like IELTS and general English. Also, back in 2022 August, I got my IELTS. It was my first time taking IELTS, and I haven't taken it yet. So at that time, I had it was 7.5 and with reading section 9. So you should consider that if you're aiming for a high score for SAT, and if you are right now studying IELTS, then you should improve your reading. You should improve your comprehension, vocabulary bank, and then it will help a lot in your SAT preparation. Well, also I'm part of Unlock. Some of you might have heard it, but some of you maybe not. So Unlock is an organization which helps youth for admissions for absolutely free, and I'm also a part of this project, and I'm also in the team. Well, also I want to mention that I am the same applicant as you for the US universities. So we have probably so much in common. So now you know me, probably some of you trust, and let's go. What are we going to do in today's class? So today's class is going to be about, firstly, my journey to SAT 1560, and then my approach to questions. Not only to questions, but also for the test and also for the questions itself. For the third point, so solving questions live. I will show you how I solve my questions, how I solve a few questions, not much, and by observing, you can note some points, how I solve it, and you can adapt these strategies, which maybe I didn't notice myself, but you can by observance, by your own observance, maybe you can notice it and then note it and use it on your own strategies. Well, first, my personal advice and tips. I think this is the most important point, because in the first point, I will give my everything about SAT English, how to dedicate time, about everything. So personal advice and tips, it's all from my personal experience, but I'm sure that it's going to help a lot. And wait till the end. This is the most important part. And then after the fourth part, it's going to be fifth, the last one, which is Q&A, where you can leave some of your questions in the comments, and the best questions will be chosen, and then I will answer to them. So let's start. My journey. So how I started and how was it my journey towards 1560? Well, as you see, the first question is what background I had. Firstly, I'm not from a city, or I'm not that of a privileged family, I would say. I was born in Uzbekistan district, in a small town, or you may even call it village, call it Yapan, in Fergana region. So and then I studied general English and IELTS stuff in my own hometown. And at this point I want to thank one of my teachers, Mazalobek, for teaching me. And from that point, I got my IELTS, which is 7.5. And I can assure you that some people come to cities or move some other places who are in search of better education. But I think still, maybe in some villages they don't have it. But for me personally, I think there are some people who are watching from my hometown, and I advise you to you can do the same as you are in the city. You can do the same in our hometown. So you have the same opportunities. You have the internet. You have your teachers. Also, it all depends on you. Hop. Shundan tashqari, ayrimda o'zbekchada ham qo'shib turaman. Bularda hammasi qanday boshlangan? How it started? O'zi IELTS o'tgan yil avgustda topshirganman dedim. Sentyabrga javoblari chiqqan. Javoblarni olib bo'lgandan keyin ozgina teaching qilib yurganman. Teaching qilib matematika o'qib yurganman. Shundan keyin dekabrda ishlab yurgan paytim do'stlarimdan eshitib qolib, SAT, chet elga topshirish. O'zi men Westminster yoki shunga o'xshagan Toshkentdagi narxi shunga o'xshagan universitetlarga grantga kirsam bo'ldi deb yurardim. Lekin o'ylab qarasam bu juda ham kichkina narsa ekan. Ya'ni birinchidan rankinglarda yo'q hech qanaqangi dunyodagi leveli yo'q universitetlar. Lekin to'g'ri ular ham juda zo'r, lekin menga grant bo'lganda juda zo'r bo'lardi, lekin shunaqada o'ylab qoldim, uydagilardan so'radim. Uydagilardan mana shunga moliya tomonlama, boshqa nima tomonlama, ruhiy tomonlama yordam bera olasizlarmi? Shunga kattaroq harakat qilsam, xudo xohlasa qo'limdan keladi, xudo xohlasa harakat qilaman. Sizlar yaratib berasizlarmi? So'radim, ular rozi bo'lishdi. Shundan keyin dekabrda shu ideya kelib qoldi va men yanvardan SAT kurslarini qidirishni boshladim. SAT kurslarini qidirib va fevral oyidan SATashkent o'quv markazida SAT o'qishni boshlaganman. Hope, was it late? And so, was it late? Some people, some of you may think that this is already late. Some of you may be on your 11th grade, on your 10th grade, or some of you in your first or second gap year. So I would say it's almost never late, but sometimes there is a limit. So you just gotta be realistic. You just gotta be realistic and consider everything. If you think that it's in 11th grade, it's already late, then I would reassure you that you can still take a gap year, and gap year doesn't mean that much of a thing. Every time I explain it to my parents, they ask me, what is gap year? And when I explained them, they said it's as if a failure. So in our society, we have the perception of gap year as a failure. But I would say it's truly a failure, and I have the same mindset. But it doesn't mean that you will fail the next year. So I would, if I had to take a gap year next year, then I will admit it that I failed this year. But it doesn't mean that the next year I will fail again. So just try your heart, give your best, and try for the next year. Okay, the process itself. The process itself, as I'm saying, as I already had reading 9, it was better because I wouldn't say it was better because SAT reading is a lot harder than the IELTS reading, because IELTS reading is straight, but while SAT reading you should look from every side, like from every angle and out of scope, out of the text. But in IELTS you should be focused only on the text. Well, the process itself was really complicated. It took a lot of time, hard work, I would say. Judayam hayotingizni muhim qismlari, keyingi hayotingizni aniqlab beradigan qismlari ham bo'lishi mumkin shu qism. Shuning uchun bu joyda qanaqangi prosesdan o'tganman. Men o'zim hozir bitta 4ta point qilib qo'yganman. Friends, group, teachers, routine. Friends deganda nima bo'lgan? Toshkentga kelganimda, men guruhimga kirganimda, men shunchaki oddiy public high schoolda o'qiyotgan bolaman. Shuning uchun Toshkentga kelib ko'rganimda o'sha bolalar, men Westminster litseyda o'qiyman, Diplomatiya litseyda o'qiyman, Cambridge kollejda o'qiyman va shunaqangi har xil nomlar chiqqan. Men o'sha joyda o'ylaganman, bular bolalar ancha mendan balandda bo'lsa kerak deb o'ylaganman. Hammasini IELTS 8, 7,5, 7 o'ylanib qolgan odam. Yaxshi ham o'shanda 7,5 olganman ekan har holda deganman. Chunki hozir misol uchun ayrimlar bilayotda, to'g'ri, hech kimni balini jaj qilmoqchi emasman, lekin 5,5 oladi, misol uchun 5,5 oladi. Ayrimlari humble qoladi, ayrimlari lekin juda kerilib ketib qoladi. Xuddi 5,5 o'ta proud bo'lib ketadi. To'g'ri, unga proud bo'lish kerak, zo'r, lekin shular katta arenaga chiqish kerak. Ya'ni bitta tumanidan bo'lsa, kattaroq shaharchaga, kattaroq shaharchadan viloyatga, viloyatdan keyin katta butun boshli respublika darajasiga chiqqanda o'sha his qiladiki, mendan juda ko'p, mendan kuchlilar hali juda ko'p ekan. Mendan hali juda kuchlilar ko'p ekan deb yana ham ko'proq harakat qilish kerak. Shu joyda men shunaqa bolalar bilan tushib qolganimdan juda ham xursandman. Chunki bunaqa bolalar meni yana ham o'sishga majbur qildi. Ya'ni ularni ko'rganman, men nimaga bularni hozir o'sha vaqtda fevralda ularni darajasidan past edim. Lekin shunaqa harakat qilishim kerak edi, ulardan kerak bo'lsa o'tib ketishim kerak. Nimaga bu qilyaptim, men qolib ketyapman. To'g'ri, hammada har xil background bor, o'zlaringni demotivate qilib qo'ymanglar. Hammada har xil background, ya'ni kimdadir 8,5 bo'lsa, IELTS 8 bo'lsa, yo'q meniki 6,5, 7 qolib ketibman degan narsa emas. Sizda boshqacha sharoit bo'lgan. Siz boshqa narsalar qilgansiz. U balki tug'ilgandan beri ingliz tili o'qir, balki uni ota-onasi ingliz tili ustozidir yoki qanaqadir bir maxsus qimmat joylarga borib o'qiyar. Sharoitlari yaxshiroqdir. O'shalarni ham hisobga olish kerak. Lekin buni polностью excuse qilib qo'yish kerak emas. Bag'ga, xo'p, shu paytgacha undan past bo'lib ketgan, lekin bundan bag'ga bo'lmasligim kerak degan o'zlaringning mindset fikrni shakllantirishlaring kerak. Va shunaqada ko'pchiliklar o'ylanib qoladi. O'ylanib qolmaydi, ko'pchiliklar protsessda qiynaladi. Qiyin bo'lyapti deydi, sekinlashtirib yuboradi, kamroq dars qiladi. Shunaqada nima qilish kerak? Birinchi o'rinda krugni almashtirish kerak. Agar krug deganda biz nimani aytyapman? Do'stlar, friends area. Ya'ni o'sha do'stlaringiz agar sizni misol uchun biz o'zlarimiz bilan bolalar bilan har xil community ochganmiz. Shunaqa communitylarda har kuni bolalar yozadi. Ketdik kutubxonaga har xil yozadi. Kim boryapti? Kim kutubxonaga boryapti? Kim qayerda dars qilyapti? Davay, mana uni hal qilaylik, mana uni birga yordam beringlar bolalar. Shunaqangi communityni o'zlaringiz tuzib olishingiz kerak. Sizlarni imminda o'qishga tortish kerak o'sha community. Agar sizlarni kruglaring ketdik PlayStationga, ketdik boshqa narsaga yoki faqat maza qilib o'ynagani bo'ladigan bo'lsa, darsda umuman exclude qilib yuboradigan bo'lsa, unaqada u krugni joyida almashtirishlaring kerak agar o'sishni xohlasalaring. Xo'p, teachers deganda juda ham o'qituvchilarni tanlashda ehtiyot bo'linglar. O'qituvchilarda har doim buni bo'lmaydi. Ya'ni bali baland bo'lsa, o'qituvchi zo'r degani emas har doim ham. Lekin bali baland bo'lsa, bu ancha normalniy plus, lekin bo'lmasa ham zo'r o'qituvchi bo'lishi mumkin. Va undan tashqari o'qituvchi tanlashda o'zlaring darslarga kirib ko'rib, probniy darslar bor. Любой o'quv markaziga borsangiz probniy darslar bo'ladi. Kirib darslarni ko'rib, o'zlaring evaluate qilib ko'ringlar. Qanchalik sizlarga mos tushadi va o'zlaringga to'g'ri teacher tanlaylar. Hop, rutinga keladigan bo'lsak, maksimalniy ACT ga fokus qilganman. Qachondan qachongacha fokus qilganman? Fevral, mart, aprel, may. Ya'ni 4 oy full focus bilan o'qiganman hamda iyunda topshirganman. Xo'p, umumiy ACT topshirgan desam 3 ta topshirganman. Birinchisi o'sha iyunda bo'lgan, full faqat ACT ga tayyorlanganman, boshqa narsa o'qimaganman. ACT ga tayyorlanib, keyin kurslar bo'lgan, u payt hali ya'ni darslarga kirardim. 4 oy tayyorlangandan keyin bitta topshirganman. 1490 chiqqan. 710 English, 780 Maths chiqqan. Shundan keyin avgustdagisiga ham topshirishga qaror qildim. Avgustdagisigacha unchalik tayyorlangani o'tgan safargichalik ko'p vaqt bo'lmadi. Orada 1-2 oy ACT to'xtab qoldi. Ya'ni iyul уже to'xtadi ACT. Iyulning yarimlaridan avgust oxirida imtihon edi. Iyulning yarimlaridan avgust oxirigacha, keyin o'zimni college applicationda 50% ga, ACTni bir 30-40% ga va 10% ga qolgan narsalarni qo'ydim va shunaqa turib passivroq tayyorlandim. Bitta topshirdim, 1500 chiqdi. English o'shanda 710 gacha qoldim, Maths 790 chiqdi. Keyin oktyabrga deyarli tayyorlanganim yo'q, chunki har doim ham mana shu joyda bitta narsa aytmoqchiman, potensiallaringni full ko'rib berish, full chiqmasligi mumkin imtihonda. Potensial deganda, ya'ni 1500 oladigan bo'lsangiz, plus minus 1480, 1490 yoki shunaqa pastroq plus minus 20-30 ball bo'lishi mumkin. Lekin men shu o'zim ishonamanki, shaxsiy fikrim, hech qachon IELTSdan misol uchun 8 oladigan bola hech qachon kirib turib 6 olib qo'ymaydi. Unaqangi men to'g'risi shunaqa ertakka ishonmayman va buni hammasini excuse deb hisoblayman. Nimadir bo'lib qolib, shunaqa bo'lib ketdi desa, ko'p holatlarda men buni excuse deb hisoblayman va o'sha odamga misol uchun ishonmayman. Hop, keyingi narsa, paradoxes are not paradoxes. Hop, bu aynan shu point uchun sizlarga yana bitta alohida kattaroq slayd. Bunda paradoks haqida gaplashamiz, ya'ni hozir o'zlaring ko'raverasizlar. Let's go. So, paradoxes are not paradoxes. Hop, bitta ko'rayotganlaringday, as you see in here we have 5 questions. 5 questions can be, let's read them just. Did I read many books? So many people ask me if you get in IELTS reading like high score or in SAT reading if you get a high score, then many people ask it, did you read many books and did you read many articles? Did you know all the words? Like did you memorize the words every day, like 50 words, 25 words, or many words till your exam? And did you study like non-stop? How many days did you dedicate a day? And did I eliminate entertainment in the process? Some people delete Instagram. Some people, delete all the social media. And some people just, they just stay out of society and just focus on studying. Well, that may work. Some people worked it. But personally, how did I approach? So did I read many books? Personally, sorry, I would say sorry for some people. Personally, I hate reading books. And while studying SAT, I had to read my first ever book, like the book which is like literature book. I had to read and finish it. Like that was the first ever book which I finished in my life, and that was the book called American Slave by Frederick Douglass. So, but not also that. Like, I also read books, but only when I had to. When teachers gave me, for example, 1984 or some other books, I just start them, and then like 20 pages or maximum 30, 40 pages, and then I just get tired. I don't know. Usually I get bored of it, and then I just throw it away. Sorry for that, but yeah, truly, I don't read much books. I don't read many books. So, did I read many articles? When it comes to articles, I also read them, but only when I had to, when it was a homework or some stuff which was compulsory. But usually I don't read articles. Like, I'm not interested in them, honestly. So when it comes to reading, so if I don't read many books, if I don't read many articles, how did I improve my reading? Well, it can be a little bit paradoxical, but as the theme says, paradoxes are not paradoxes. There is always a thing which should compensate. So I did many times of practices. So even if I didn't read article itself, there were, so all the questions are from articles, from books, right? So I did many practices which were from the books and from articles themselves. Also, as you should consider for SAT, I already had reading 9 from IELTS, so you should consider also that. So also I watch many, let's say, videos. I'm interested, for example, in when it comes to IELTS listening, I also improved my listening, not from podcasts. I hate podcasts. I listened to, no, I didn't listen to actually. I listened to music and I watched some movies. Like, I really loved movies, and for example, Prison Break series. I watched 60 series before taking my IELTS exam. So you can probably take the same approach, but you should consider your own preferences and desires. Well, did I know all the words? When it comes to words, well, I think this was my weakest point, and therefore I got not 800 but 770 in SAT English section, because I hate memorizing words. Well, honestly, I hate it, but I had to do it because I had to do it because I needed higher score. So for my June and August exam, I was not that good at words, and in October was not that good, but but 3 or 4 days before exam, I started really memorizing words each day. I don't know, 50, 60. I really memorized, reviewed all the words, but still, since I had to, from my homeworks, I had to memorize many words, and I tried. But still, I think, like, I hate it. Therefore, I still think that some of my friends, even though they got lower scores, they know much more words than me. But there is always a compensation, as I said. What's the compensation? The way I think, the way people think. Well, if you don't know the word, then you can master the technique of finding the word from the context. Well, if there is a context, and from the words which are like before that word or the after that word, from the context, what it's saying, I can infer many meanings of the words. And sometimes, if it's unnecessary, I leave it. Sometimes I find it by context, and so there is always a compensation. Since I read many, I did many practices, and so I can say that I'm pretty good at that. But still, you need to memorize each word if you want high score, if you want full on craft and structure section. Okay, let's go on. Did I study non-stop? Without stops, like non-stop? Well, I would say, and I think this point is connected with the next one. Did I eliminate entertainment in the process? What I mean by entertainment is like Instagram, Telegram, social medias, YouTube, or like playing some stuff with your friends, going somewhere. Sometimes people become, even if they delete Instagram or Telegram, they can still go through browser. And I think, let's switch to Uzbek in here. Va shu joyda o'ylaymanki, buni hamma narsa o'zi odamning irodasiga bog'liq. Agar o'sha narsa tursa, mana shu yerda Instagram turibdi, telefoningizda turibdi, uni o'chirib tashlamasangiz ham irodangiz ushlasa, prosta kirmaysiz o'shanga. Agar ichingizda xohlayotgan bo'lsangiz o'sha narsani dars qilmaysizda, undan keyin brauzerga kirib, kompyuterdan kirib, bir narsa qilib, o'sha keyin baribir kirib ko'rasiz o'sha narsani. Buni hammasi odamning irodasiga bog'liq va men hech qanaqa narsalarni o'chirib tashlamaganman telefonimdan yoki boshqa narsalar qilmaganman. Shunchaki entertainmentlar ham qilganman kerak bo'lsa, lekin hammasini o'zini vaqtiga. Darsda birinchi o'ringa qo'yganman. Dars tugamaguncha to'xtamaganman. Dars tugadi, darsda bugungi planni bajardim yoki bo'lmasam yetarlicha dars qildim va misol uchun haftaning oxirgi kuni bolalar bilan nimadir o'ynaymiz yoki misol uchun ozgina YouTubedan bu videolar ko'raman. Shunaqa har xil narsalar, lekin entertainmentda hech qachon olib tashlamaganman. Hozir ham olib tashlaganim yo'q. Xudo xolasa davom ham etsa kerak balki. Xullas hammasi o'zining irodalariga bog'liq. Entertainmentni yo'q qilish ayrimlar uchun ishlash mumkin. Ya'ni sizlar agar ishonsalaringiz shu yordam berishiga qilishlari mumkin. Men lekin hech narsani o'chirib tashlamaganman, nimadir qilmaganman, lekin darsni prioritiga qo'yganman. Darsni qilib bo'lgandan keyin ozgina entertainment kallaga boshimga ozgina miyamga dam olish uchun desak ham bo'ladi. Xo'p, shunaqa qilib turib entertainment juda ayrimlar ko'rishi mumkin meni, misol uchun meni taniydigan odamlar bo'lsa, misol uchun reels ko'rib o'tirsam yoki YouTube'da video ko'rib o'tirsam yoki birorta o'yin o'ynab qolsam, darrov siz qanaqa bunaqa olyapsiz, siz bunaqa ko'ryapsiz-u, men bunaqa narsalar endi o'chirib tashlaganman, bunaqalarga umuman kirmayman, bunaqa bo'lmayapti menda deydi. Lekin xuddi mavzu aytayotganday paradoks emas. Ularda compensate qilgani boshqa narsalar bor. Men o'sha narsani ko'rsam ham, o'sha misol uchun entertainment qilsam ham, lekin entertainmentdan oldin ahead of entertainment there is always the work which I do, there is always the thing which is my main priority. O'sha narsani qilib keyin entertainment o'tiladi. Shuning uchun mana shuncha narsalar ko'rib turibsizlar, juda ko'p kitob, artikel o'qimasdan ham o'rniga boshqa narsalar bilan compensate qilib turib yaxshilab olsa bo'ladi. Hamma so'zni bilmasa ham kontekstni master qilib turib, lekin shunda ham word back bo'lish kerak, ya'ni yetarlicha bo'lish kerak. Qaysidir levelga yetgan to'xtatish emas, bu davom etib ketaveradi, lekin sekinlashish mumkin. Lekin shunda ham men o'zim advice berardim, craft structure full bo'lish uchun adda shu hamma so'zlarni memorize qilish kerak. Hammasini bilish kerak. Lekin so'zlarda ayrim bolalarda ko'rganman, menga hamma so'zlarni dahshat memorize qiladi. Любой so'z sizni bittada aytib beradi, lekin shu kontekst bo'yicha ishlash, kontekstda qanaqa meaning, SATda aynan kontekstdagi meaningini so'raydi. Kontekstdagi meaningini bilmaganligi uchun, o'shanaqalarni ajrata olmaganligi uchun, ya'ni texnikasini bilmaganligi uchun, o'shani yaxshi o'rganmaganligi uchun shuncha so'zni bilsa ham xato chiqaradi. Demak, paradoxes are not paradoxes, and then let's go. So, how do I approach the test? So tomorrow is your test. So for many of you, or maybe some are taking in March or May. So for tomorrow test takers, first of all, what did I do and what you should do? Something might be different. For example, when I open the test, I straightly go to the 27th, the last question, and then from there I go to the first question. Xo'p, bu strategiya nimaga buni eng yaxshi deb o'ylayman? Chunki reading o'zing bilsalaring, note, transition hamda grammatika savollar oson savollar bo'ladi va men oxirida word choice'ni unchalik yoqtirmaganligim uchun oxirida qoldiraman va reading savollarga oxirida ko'p vaqt qolish kerak. Shuning uchun boshida tezlikni oshirgan holda maksimalniy speedda grammatika, notes hamda transition savollar tugatib, keyin уже hech qayerga klik qilmayman, ya'ni millisekundlarni ham hisobga olaman. Har bitta kligim ham vaqt ketadi deyman. Ya'ni bitta ekranga bosish, mishkani bitta bosish ham o'shaning uchun primo 20 ga boraman, keyin faqat previous, ya'ni oldingi knopka bosiladi, hech qachon shu bilan ketmaydi. Shunaqa qilib 20 dan men 1 ga ketaman. Ayrimlar boshqa strategiya ishlatishi mumkin. Boshqa strategiya sizlarga qaysi biri qulay bo'lsa o'shani qilinglar. Qaysi biri qulay bo'lsa o'shani qilinglar. O'zgartirib 1-2 marta imtihoningizdan, lekin imtihon kuningiz boshqacha strategiya qilmang, har doim qilib yurgan ishingizni qiling. Lekin misol uchun hali tayyorlangan bo'lsangiz, endi boshlayotgan bo'lsangiz, har xil strategiyalarni ishlatib ko'ring. Agar har xil strategiyalar ham yaxshi ishlaydigan bo'lsa, qaysi biri yaxshi ishlaydigan bo'lsa, o'shasini tanlab ishlatasiz. Xo'p, focus what I see. Well, hozir mana shu joyda bitta hikoya emas, bitta hayotiy example aytib bermoqchi edim. Ben IELTS o'qiyotganimda har doim bizda mock exam bo'lardi. 40 ta, 50 ta, 60 ta, barxilda ko'proq. Shunaqa odamlar qatnashardi. Doim chekkada o'tiraman, o'rtada o'tiraman. Reading yechib o'tirganimda doim qog'ozga qarab, pastga qarab o'tirganman. Pastda qog'oz yechaman. Imtihon tugaydi, o'sha mock tugaydi. Tugagandan keyin shuni Telegramda ochib qarasam, bizning kanalimizga domla har safar aylantirib, dumaloq Telegramga videolar olib chiqqan bo'lardi. Lekin shuni men hech qachon his qilmaganman. Qachon tashladi ekan domla? Qachon video olishga ulgurdi deb har safar o'ylanib qolardim. Va shunaqada hozir sezyapman, shu fokus bo'linmasligi kerak. Kimdirlargadir test berib qo'ysangiz, kuzatib tursangiz, o'quvchilar ayrimlari tiriq aytgan ovozga ham sirazi o'ngga chapga qaraveradi. Ya'ni ozgina mayda distractionlarga ham sirazi distract bo'laveradi. Fokus faqat mana shu ekrandan, SATdagi ekrandan boshqa narsaga qaramaslik kerak. Bag'da xayollar boshqa joyga umuman ketmasligi kerak. Ko'zingiz o'yingiz mana shu joydan ketmaslik kerak. Ya'ni ko'zingiz boshqa narsani ko'paytirib aytganda ko'rmaslik kerak. Hop, time management milestone. Hop, time management bo'yicha ko'pchilik qiynalyapti. Ko'pchilik kommentariyada ham yozishdi. Time managementni nima qilaylik deyishdi. So, what you should do with time management? As I said, let's look from my approach. When I do from 27s, and grammar is going to be about 15s, 14s, 16s. So till that point, you should always put a milestone. So you should think, when I finish notes, transitions, and grammar, which are easy, which is going to be fast, and when I finish them, how much the time should I be left with for the reading questions? Because reading questions are harder. So you should put a milestone. For example, if you solve it and then just look at the timer in the practice, and then you should note it. Let's say it's 18 minutes left. 18 minutes left for the reading question this time. And then for the next time, you should put a milestone. It should be 21. And then when you, after 2-3 practices, when you reach 21, then and then you're gonna make it higher, higher, and higher. And then if you have like 25 minutes or so, or 26 minutes for the or 24 minutes for the reading section and word choice questions, then you have a really good chance. Well, bookmarks are really important thing. Some people, not many, but a few of them don't use bookmarks. I don't understand why. Well, when I use them, I don't usually guess. So from when I go from 27s to the first one, there is always some questions they take more time. I don't understand them, or something happens and I cannot choose between A and B option, or A, B, or C option. In that case, I just randomly choose one and then leave a bookmark. You know what's bookmark, right? Qayt qilib ketasiz. Mana shu yerga qayt qilib turib bookmark qoldirib ketasiz. Then you should leave and then go on, because it takes your time. So, and then when you move on, let's say you put 5, 6, or 7 bookmarks. And then when you finish, when you go till the first question, and then when you open the review page, you can see where you left bookmarks. So, and then you can go there and try to eliminate that bookmark and choose the correct answer. And then when you see it again, like after seeing some other questions, that you have, let's say, refreshed mind for this question specifically, and you can now see it from a different angle, and you can try to eliminate the bookmark and so. So let's talk about. So as I mentioned, comeback is for the bookmarks. So when you left bookmarks, you can easily identify where bookmarks are and then eliminate them, and then coming back, which means going to the bookmarks and coming back to the first one again. So leaving bookmark. Good. So thinking in the test. As I said, you should not see anything apart from your screen. And in the test, some people may think, okay, if I make 5 mistakes, 6 mistakes, 7 mistakes, or some 10 mistakes, 15 mistakes, they think that what score will I get if I make such many mistakes? Xo'p, shunaqangi deb o'ylaysiz, ya'ni 7 ta taqsam, 10 ta taqsam, 15 ta taqsam bunaqangi muncha balaman deb kalkulate qilasiz. Lekin imtihon paytigacha shunaqa narsalarni o'ylaysiz bo'ladi. Imtihonga kirgandan keyin уже xonangizga kirib o'tirdingiz, hali test boshlanmadi, уже faqat ko'z ekrandan boshqa narsani ko'rmaslik kerak. Faqatgina savolni to'g'ri topish haqida, savol to'g'ri topish. Umuman boshqa narsalar haqida kimdirlar savollarni memorize qilib chiqishga harakat qiladi. Yo'q, boshqalarga umuman ishingiz bo'lmas. Faqat o'zingiz selfishni yoqish kerak imtihonda, va selfish yoqqan holda faqatgina to'g'ri javob topishni o'ylaylar. Boshqa narsaga xayol ketmasin. Ya'ni ayrimlar worried bo'ladi, imtihongacha bo'lish kerak. Imtihon kirgandan keyin xuddi praktika chekkanday polni immersed bo'lish kerak. Va xuddi shunday testda qanday o'zingizni perform qilishingiz praktikada qanaqa perform qilganingiz bog'liq. Ya'ni praktikada yengil bo'lyapti va praktikada bunaqa qilyapman, imtihonda yaxshi bo'lib ketadi deb o'ylash xato. Praktikada qanday bo'lsa, imtihonda ham xuddi shunday bo'ladi. Xo'p, menimcha sekin keyingi pointga ham o'tsak bo'ladi. Xo'p, how do I approach every question type? The file is already sent to the channel, so as you can see, it was sent yesterday. Now, maybe some of you have read it, but I would want to clarify what's written in here, because I wrote it back in May, when I was taking the June exam, and also I didn't change any strategies, any approaches. So I think there is some vagueness what I meant there. So let's look through those approaches, that approach of mine to the SAT question types. So now here is the screen. I think it's visible. How do I approach every question type in the English section? So as you see, the question types in English section of SAT, they're divided into parts. One of them is command of evidence, textual, support, or weaken. So you've seen some questions which asks you to find an option which supports or weakens the argument. So how I approach them? Have a look at the question and identify whether it asks something that supports or weakens a particular claim. So you need to read the question first. Read the question and just realize, is it supporting or is it it's weakening? You need to weaken the point. Then read and comprehend the text. Find and pay close attention to the claim. It is usually at the end of the text. So here is the twist. Find and pay attention to the claim. So you need to find the claim, exactly the claim, and it's not something too general. It's from the text. It gives some context, and then at the end, usually the claim should be the thing which you should be weakening or supporting. Well, and then you can look at the option and choose the one and eliminate others. Unless you eliminate others, you are not in the correct place. So if you could choose, let's say you choose A, but still you cannot prove that B is incorrect, then it means you are still unsure. Then you should leave a bookmark, go to other questions, and then come back. Just a second. So let's go on. Command of evidence, quantitative. Quantitative questions are all about bars, graphs, tables, and so. So the question is almost the same every time. Sorry, there has been a typo error. I was writing it fast at the time, back in May. So the question is almost the same every time. So even with just a glance, you can realize that this is a graph, plus there is a graph. So you can realize it within a millisecond. So you don't even need to look at the question. So okay, but sometimes you need, so with a glance you can realize that is it the same all the time as as it used to ask, or is it something different this time? So and then which choice effect? So I've already written the question. Which choice effectively use data from the graph, table, or other stuff to do something? To do something, you should pay attention to do something, to support, weaken, or I don't know, we can infer something. So it can ask something different. Okay, every time first look at the questions to do something part and realize what I need. So to realize what you need to look at the do part. Therefore, I have made it bold in here. Then read the passage and understand. Knowing what I need, I'll look at the graph, finally compare the choice and find the correct one. In the first module, there are some questions which are easy even for the graph ones, not always, but which are easy. And just looking at the question, you look at the question, and then you look at not the graph, you look at the text, and then after realizing the claim, what it's saying, what is its argument, you can you even without looking at the graph, you can find the option. But sometimes it gets a little bit harder, so you need to look at the graph. So after the text, you can look at the graph and then go to the options. So it's always something like this: question, text, graph, and then options. Good. The third question type: central ideas and details, which are main idea questions. So it asks different things at different times. So main idea can ask different things. It can ask main idea of the whole text, or main idea of the underlined portion, or it can be different. Typically, I look at the question, identify what it asks: main idea, specific detail, or something else. Next, read the text and get the meaning. Then choose an option, eliminating others, so that I'm sure that other options are not suitable. So yeah, this is the same technique. You just need to understand the main idea. Main idea, it's something you form with your imagination, and use your imagination to form the idea, and then you can find the correct one. Inferences. So many people struggle with inferences. The question is always the same. So you don't even need to look at the question and read it fully. When you just read the first word, then you with a glance, you can realize that it's an inference question. And then read the text, try to wholly understand it, and then pay a real good attention to the end of the text where it ends with a blank space. So at there, you can also pay attention to the transitions and to the punctuation, and then also the sentence, which is the last sentence where after it becomes a blank. So then read the options and choose the one. So that's it. Just to pay a close attention to the last part, and then for choosing one, well, honestly, options are different every time, and you just need to understand the text, and then it's gonna get easy. Well, words and context. You always get is that it's a word choice super quickly. So when you look at just options, there are some 4 words. Then you can easily get it's a words and context question, and also it's on in the beginning of the test, so you can like easily realize it's a word. So don't lose even a milliseconds. You just realize it's a word context, words and context, and just read. Okay. Read the passage, comprehend it, and say what's probably needed to fill the prompt. So you can like read it and pay attention to the before and after and like full text, and then you can say like so what's probably needed, which word, just a simple your version. But don't think it too much. If it takes like more than 2 or 2 seconds, then you just straightly go to the options and choose one of the words which you know. If you know the words, as I said, like if you don't know the words in the option, that makes you a lot of trouble. For the text and text structure and purpose questions. Well, text structure purpose are, I would say that sometimes they usually ask different things, as I said, as with the main idea questions. So you need to first read the question, and then overall structure, read the text and understand, look how it goes. Okay, then choose the answer. Purpose of the text, just understand it and answer why the text says these cool things. So you need to ask yourself why text says these things. Why? What it's trying to say implicitly by it. When you write a college essay, you show it when you say something implicitly. So therefore, you can think of in the same way. So if it's purpose of the underlined portions, then anyway, read and understand full text. Full text, you need to read the full text. And then while choosing option, look again at the underlined portion, and then you just choose answer and pay attention again to the underlined part. For the cross-text connection, know what the question says, the reaction of text 1 to the text 2 or the text 2 to text 1. Well, and there are many names which you can even skip, and you can just say like it will like in brackets it will say text 1 to text 2 or text 2 to text 1. And then read by sequence, and I read usually first and second. It doesn't matter. Like it may ask from the reaction of second to the first or first to second. It doesn't matter. I just read the first and then the next one. So the same for the transition. Understand the whole text. Text is usually mini as the grammar text. So you just need to understand the whole text, but you gotta be fast. You gotta be really hurrying because it's transition, because it's a part with the grammar, and you need to more time for the reading questions. And then realizing tone. Pay attention to the tone, which is the connotation of the text. Is it negative? Is it positive? Is it neutral or so? And then look how it goes and how it changes through the whole text. And then there's a gap in the middle. Look at the before and after the gap sentences again. So read them twice. Usually it has already come to your mind what words you need. And then there can be like continuation transitions or maybe contrast or others. So you can just eliminate wrong options and choose one. For the rhetorical sentence notes. Honestly, I used to read the questions about what the student wanted to do and read the full notes and then choose answer, and that's good, but it takes time. So as it's written, it takes time to look at the notes. For the first module, I would say there is almost no need in many questions. There is almost no need to read the notes. You just read the question, what it tries to emphasize, what it tries to undermine, or what it asks, and then you can go straight to the options. And by even just looking at the options, if it fits to the argument, you can just, without even looking at the notes, you can just choose one in the first module. And then at the end, when you have time, you can go to the notes and then recheck it. I would do the same. So, but sometimes in module 2, it gets harder, or even in module 1, in some of the questions, it gets harder. Therefore, you need to read the question, go to the notes, read them quickly, and then go to the options. That's it. Form, structure, and tense. So the others are grammar. So grammar first. For perfect grammar, you just need to have you just need to learn the grammar rules from books like Erika Melzer, Panda Writing, or from your teacher. And then I would recommend going to the Khan Academy. There is a guide in my channel in my channel, which I wrote, or you can just go to the Khan Academy in the old SAT part, and then there are some grammar questions in writing section. There are some grammar questions which you can practice, make strikes, and then it's gonna get so much practice, and it is the same format as the digital one, and by that I think you can perfect your grammar. So I don't know. Also, I think the intuition also helping grammar, and boundaries are the same as form, structure, and tense questions. So I think this was all how I used to approach every question SAT. Well, your approach may differ, and people have different approaches every time, and I think that's normal. And what's best for you, you just do that. Let's go now to the part. So we've covered how to approach every question type. Let's go to the live solving. Well, right now I will try to solve a few questions for you. Before that, just a second. Well, I'm back again. Then let's go and solve some questions. Well, here is some from our own SATashkent material. So when I open the tests, then it's gonna be on the first question, right? And then I just click to the review page and just go to the last section, and then here it is, the 27th question, which is the notes. So since the module 1 is easy one, sometimes you don't even need to look at the notes. And let's try those approaches in real life situation. So the student wants to emphasize. So he wants to emphasize the reason for New Zealand's starry caves phenomenon. But I would say I haven't encountered the word starry before, because as I said, I hate memorizing words. But starry, I think it's from the word which is star. So starry means probably it's something like stars, some stars. So it's the adjective form of star. Cave is phenomenon. So there is some sort of phenomenon in the cave which is connected to stars. So by my imagination, I can imagine that there's cave, and I don't know, in the walls or in the upside of the walls, then there are some stars. I can just imagine that. And so use your imagination in this kind of questions. So by that, I can just imagining. So there's some phenomenon which is like there are stars on the walls of the cave. So how is that possible? So, and then you don't even need to read the other part. So let's look at A. Glowworms, maggots that glow in the dark. So some stuff. So okay, glowworm, maggot, and that glow. So these are some stuffs that glow in the dark. So glow in the dark means qorong'ulikda yonadi. Qorong'ulikda yonadigan nima narsa bor? Men shu joyda nima kalam kelyapti, qandaydir yonar qo'ng'izlarda eshitgansiz? Multfilmlar ko'rganimda, kinolar ko'rganimda yonar qo'ng'izlar haqida eshitganman. O'shanaqangi qo'ng'izlar kechasi yonadi bilsang. Hozir misol uchun glowworm and maggotslarni men o'shanaqangi qo'ng'izlarni tasavvur qilyapman o'zimga. O'zim bilmayman glowworm maggots nimasi o'zi, nimalar, hali notga qaraganman yo'q. O'shaning uchun bularni nimaligini bilmayman. Просто shunaqa imagine qilyapman. So glowworms, maggots that glow in the dark require humid conditions in order to survive in the caves of New Zealand. Bu A variant hozir aytyapti, New Zealand cave'ida mana shu qo'ng'izlar deylik. Mana shu qo'ng'izlar yashab qolish uchun humid conditionlar kerak deyapti. Xo'p, qanaqadir condition so'rayapti sizdan, lekin bizda point nima edi? Starry cave phenomenonda bitta emphasize the reason degan. Reason, you know what's reason, right? It's the root, it's the reason why. You need to answer to the question why. So it should answer to the question. So it's not answering. Therefore, I would just eliminate the A option. And then let's go to the B. Glowworms use their bright blush lights to attract prey. So glowworms, as we said, yonar qo'ng'izlar bo'lsa kerak, their bright attract prey. Okay, o'ziga preyni jalb qiladi deyapti. Mana shunaqangi bright lightlarni ishlatadi deyapti. Ya'ni blush nimaligini bilmayman, просто kontekstda muhim emas bu yerda hozir. Yoriq chiroqlarni ishlatadi, o'ziga o'ljasini attract qilgan. Once they have caught their meal, they turn their lights out to eat. When they're hungry, again, their lights are turned back on. Xo'p, bu aytyapti, o'sha nimani ozuqa kerak bo'lganda yoqadi chirog'ini, bo'lmasa o'chiradi. Lekin bizda hozir bu imенно kayfdagi fenomen kerak. To'g'ri, bu qanaqadir shu glowwormlarda fenomen haqida gapiryapti, lekin bu kayfdagi starry fenomen emas. Shuning uchun buni ham chiqarib olamiz. Okay, a cave in New Zealand appears to have a starry night sky. Okay, this one seems good because a cave in New Zealand appears to have a starry night sky. Xo'p, New Zealanddagi bitta cave, ya'ni bitta g'or, starry night sky, ya'ni tungi osmon, yulduzlar bilan to'la tungi osmoni bor ekan, deyapti. Xo'p, bu yaxshi, ya'ni starry caves, bittagi starry caves fenomeniga tushadi. Xo'p, mana shuni fenomen deb ata olamiz, ya'ni mana shu birinchi gapni o'zidan. In actuality, ya'ni bu aytyapti, ammo lekin haqiqatda, xo'p, the ceiling is covered in glowworms that light up, giving the illusion of a night sky with their bright blush insides, lights. So the ceiling, ya'ni o'sha tom yoki patolog is covered in glowworms that light up. O'shaqa qo'ng'izlar bilan qoplangan ekan. Misol uchun qo'ng'izlar degan, balki qo'ng'iz emasdir bular. Shunaqalar bilan qoplangan, giving the illusion. Mana shu narsa joyida reason ketyapti. This is the reason why there is a starry cave. There cannot be stars in the cave, but those glowworms, I would say those insects, they give the illusion of a night sky with their bright bluish lights. I would say bluish, something like blue. Blue, you know what's blue? It's the color of my pen right now. Bluish, something it's like blue, I would say, because it seems from the blue. I'm not sure, but yeah. So with those lights, they give the illusion. I think this is pretty good option, but still you cannot make it like 100%. Let's check D, eliminate this option, and then we can choose C or D. Located in New Zealand is a starry cave home to tiny legless maggots called glowworms, still in their larva stage. So I don't know what's larva stage. Okay, so there is this starry cave which is home to these insects. These maggots will eventually develop legs once they have reached their adult stage. So it's talking about the legs of those, I would say, insects once they reach the adult stage. Do you think it's appropriate? I think it's out of topic. Why? Because even if it's saying that there are some maggots, those sort of, I would say, insects, it's talking about their legs when how they form eggs, how they form legs. So I would say it's not the reason. Therefore, I would eliminate and choose C. And in this kind of questions, you just gotta be fast. You just need to read the question. Okay, the student wants to emphasize the reason for New Zealand starry caves phenomenon. Just imagine it in a few milliseconds, and then go A, B, C, D, and then just eliminate the options which are not appropriate, and then go to and then just choose answer. Well, let's see some other questions. Okay. Just a second. So we have in the channel we have sent a post which asks like what kind of question type would you like us to review. So go to the comments and then write the question type which you struggle with the most, and we'll try to solve it. Okay, we're still collecting comments, so go to the comments and comment what questions would you like us to review. So guys, so many of you commented that you are struggling with inference. As I mentioned, this is one of the hardest questions in the SAT English. Well, let's see this 14th question, which is most logically. So from this, even you can infer that it's a inference question. So you don't need to even read the next. So as we did with the, as I explained in the approach part, read the whole text and pay attention to the last parts. So hyperactive children and an increase in crime, crowded emergency rooms, and an uptick in births have often elicited the question. So these phenomenons elicited the question, is there a full moon tonight? So if something happens, people like, it's a superstition or something, they would think, is there a full moon tonight? Okay. Over the centuries, many people have believed in what is known as the lunar effect. So many people believed in over the centuries. In fact, much research has been conducted in order to find the connection between erratic human behavior and the phases of moon. So there has been many research between human behavior and phases of the moon. Is there a connection or not? However, none of these studies, so you need to pay attention to the transition, as I mentioned. So in here, however, it says however. So it's probably the contrast, which is like, no, there is no effect. Okay. One of those studies have ever found a conclusive correlation. So it says none of these studies. So it means even not a one found an exact answer. So found an exact correlation between the human behavior and the lunar effect and the moon. So okay. Moreover, so it's adding. So it said, however, there is no evidence, and plus it says moreover. So there is more evidence. Okay. What has been proven is how insignificant the moon's gravitational pull activity is to the human brain. So it says the gravitational pull in the moon is absolutely insignificant to the human brain. So they have proven that it's insignificant. Therefore, so for that reasons, we should say that there is no effect, right? Probably there is no effect because they couldn't find it. Okay. The stages of the moon are responsible for the lunar effect in animals, not in humans. So it's adding animals and it's saying not humans. But the text is all about people. As it said, hyperactive children, increasing crime. So crime is not by animals, right? It's all by people. Crowded emergency rooms. So it's for people again. So upstick in births. So it's all about people. So I would eliminate this option because it's adding animals. It's talking about animals instead of human. So the moon's force of gravity is much weaker than the Mars two moons, Phobos and Deimos. Well, obviously it's incorrect because it's talking about Mars, obviously. So more research must be conducted in order to further explore the significant effect of the moon on human behavior. Well, this seems good. Let's something indicated that it's good. Okay, and let's look at the phases of the moon could not have any meaningful impact on human behavior. So it says couldn't have any meaningful impact on human behavior. Well, I would say this is also good. So we were said that there is always superstition. Does moon has impact on people's mind? So and then it said, however, there was no evidence. So, and also plus they found that it's absolutely insignificant that there is the idea of not the idea like there is no correlation between the moon's gravitational pull and the human brain. So we should say that there is no correlation. Therefore, the option is a lot better than C. Therefore, we choose D. Well, was pretty simple, and but in the test, you just gotta be fast. And since you think in yourself, like within your mind, and you don't like say it as I'm saying, you're not explaining to anyone, you can understand it a lot faster and work a lot faster. So this was with the inference questions. Let's go into the comments and ask one more question type, and then we're gonna look into that, and then I'm gonna give some more, the best part of our SAT English section, and that's gonna be the best, my personal advices for you for the prep for your tomorrow's exam for December 2, which is really important day for some, and also some advices for those who are taking it like a bit longer. Also, it can be some personal advice for personal life for all, I would say, test preps. So let's go to the comments and comment what question we need to review. So I think I see many people who are writing graph questions, which are command of evidence quantitative. Well, let's look at graph, and then I see many people are they're struggling with poems because they are all text, and like from Shakespeare's poems, which is like not you but die, the though. So therefore, maybe they're struggling. And so first, let's look at the graph question, and then let's go to the poem. Let me find one. Oh, this is graph. Okay, good. So it's 13th question, graph. So always for the graph, as we mentioned it in the approach, look at the question, go to the text, and then after the text, you can go to the graph, and then go to the options. But sometimes when the graph is too easy, you can not even look at the graph too much, and then go to straight to the options. Well, so it's almost the same. So we just looked with a glance. This is described data. So okay, you don't need to look at that. So let's go. A team of archaeologists excavated 2 sites looking for artifacts from a Creole village. So team of archaeologists excavated 2 sites. So they were looking for artifacts and excavated 2 sites. Okay. As artifacts were found, they were cataloged. Catalog. Do you know what catalog means? They just divide them into catalogs, into types, and so according to the depths ways they were found. So this part is important. So according to depth. So if the one artifact was found like 5 meters between Earth, under Earth, or 10 meters or so. So okay, they cataloged according to that. Based on its findings from site A, the archaeologists hypothesized that if artifacts were to be found at site B, the majority would be found at depths of 14 meters or deeper. So they're saying the majority would be found. So you should, I should also think, I think that majority, we should also highlight it. Majority would be found at depths of 14 meters or deeper. So it's saying 14 meters or deeper. We should go deeper. Okay, the majority would be, okay, we'll consider that. And then, however, once both digs conclude, so it says, however, so pay close attention to the transitions. So it says, however, which is the contrast. So it means that they hypothesize that there would be found in 14s and deeper, and it says, however. So there's something of a claim. I would say my guess is that it's going to be not deeper, but like less than 14 meters. Okay. Once both these concluded, so they concluded what? If you look at the graph, then okay, in 14 meters or deeper, okay, this side, there are okay. So in the B side, so it says when they found at the B side. So when from the B side, so you can see that in B, okay, these are equal, and there's a lot, good. But there has been a thing which said, however, so it should be something like, no, there is no deeper, but less. So as we see, this, this was equal as this one. Okay, so this is less. And then this one and this one. So we found more artifacts in 10 meters rather than 16 meters. Also, if we compare the 18 meters and 8 meters, we can find that there is more in the less than 14. So, okay, so I think this is the pretty much evidence. Let's go to the options. A, 14 meters was the single depths where the greatest combined number of artifacts were found at both sides. So, yeah, this is true. This is true that for both artifacts, this was the greatest, like if we consider it like as the both one there, but still it's not for the argument, because argument should be, so it says, however, it should be something like less than 14. Okay, let's go to B. There were more artifacts found at site A than site B. We are not comparing site A and site B. We're comparing whether it's deeper than 14 or less than 14. Okay. We are eliminating B. And also for the C, at site A, there were 12 artifacts. Okay, for site A, there were 12 artifacts found at depth less than 40 meters, and 77 artifacts found at the depths of 14 feet or deeper. So it's saying, firstly, what's wrong about this? It's talking about site A, whether we compared B, and then, while we compared B, and then it says 12 artifacts at depths less than 14, and 14 feet, and 77 artifacts in deeper than 14. So it's contradicting, firstly, to the point, then secondly, it's comparing site A, sorry. And so therefore, we should eliminate this. And for the D, at site B, okay, good. There were 34 artifacts at depths less than 14. Okay, there's 34. And 29 artifacts at the depths of 14 feet or deeper. So it's 34 versus 29. So since 34 is more and it's in less than 14, then since it's like perfect match for our argument, we choose just D. Good. Well, okay. So I think the next what you were asking was were poems, right? So let's go to the poems then. Let's find poem. The poem. This is the purpose. Okay, this one seems good. Good. 10th question. The following text is an excerpt, which is it's taken from William Wordsworth's poem "Animal Tranquility and Decay." So, animal tranquility and decay. You know, tranquility is it's quiet, synonym of quiet, and decay it's like going down. A sketch. In this poem, the author describes his observations of an old man's temperament while traveling. So the author describes his observations, so how he observed an old man and his behavior while he was traveling. Okay, he travels on, and in his face, his step, his giant is one expression, every limb. His look and bending figure all bespeak a man who doesn't move with pain but moves. So it says, he travels on, and in his face, his step, his giant is one expression, every limb. Okay, I don't know what does every limb mean, but it says like he travels for now. Okay, there is one expression. His look and bending figure all bespeak a man who doesn't move with pain but moves. So from this point, I can infer that this man is not thinking about some other stuff. So it's saying without pain, but since older ones, for my imagination, older ones have much more pain than the younger, but it says like it has no pain but moves, which means like probably mentally now he's rested because he's like probably retired, and then like he's resting and still moving. Okay, we thought he's insensibly subdued. To settled quiet, he's won by whom? All effort seems forgotten, one to whom long patience has such mild composure given. So again, it says all efforts seems forgotten. So all his efforts seems forgotten. So he forgot all the his efforts, all the like maybe concerns. So to settled quiet. Also, it said to settle quiet, which is the synonym of tranquility. So he's quiet, he's calm. Long patience has such mild composure given. Okay. That patience now does seem a thing. Okay, so patience now does seem a thing of which he has no need. He is by nature led. So it says there is no need for patience, uh, of which he has no need. So it says there's no need for patience. So he doesn't need to wait for anything. So he's by nature led. So he's by nature he's free right now. He's the nature itself is leading it. To peace so perfect that the young behold with envy what the old man hardly feels. Okay, so peace, so to peace so perfect. So his nature led him to peace, leads him to the peace so perfect. So it's perfectly peace. So nature is leading to the peace. No concerns. It's okay. That the young behold. So those concerns. So young have concerns. They need to make like they need to have a family, buy a house, and so on. So with envy, what the old man hardly feels. So they envy the old. Okay, let's for the purpose. What it's trying to say. Let's summarize it. So the text, the poem said, what the old man is out of his concerns, from my imagination, out of his concerns. Now he's, let's say, retired, even if it's not given. He's now old and just life. He's living his life, is enjoying his life, and that's it. He doesn't have concerns. Let's go to the options. Okay, so A, to teach one how to find solace in the peace and quiet of nature, no matter their age. But it says no matter their age. So this part, the first part until the comma is okay. Okay, it's like teach one how to find solace and peace in quiet of nature. Okay, good. But it says no matter of their age. But in here, the text said to be so perfect that the young behold with envy. So it said the young envy him. So it means they have. So it still says that the old have it, but the young don't. They don't. Therefore, we eliminate the option because it says no matter of their age, but it actually matters. B, to describe an old man walking with an unusual gait and an abnormal figure, unaffected by those watching him. Well, I think we was not mentioned about watching him, and it's not describing about peace or stuff. So I would eliminate the option. C, to illustrate a man of old age who is past the age of care or worry, okay, of old age, who is past. Past means in here it's not like your past, but it's like already overcame. He already overcame the age of care or worry. So he's now old, not young. So he doesn't have cares or he doesn't need to care about something or worry. Who carries himself in a way coveted by more useful observers. Well, it still talks about observers, but it talks about the good argument too, so the purpose too. So let's leave it for now. For D, to warn you that lack of patience and insensibility will lead to a life of loneliness. Oh, I think it's a bit too harsh because it says loneliness. You know, loneliness is like being alone. It's not by loneliness. I understand something negative. So by this, it says like lack of patience and insensibility will lead to a life of loneliness. So it's also saying it should warn. But the text said just the man has no concerns, and so good. So I think I would eliminate D and choose C. Perfect. Well, I think we've reviewed enough questions for now. And for the some people were asking for the word choice questions. Well, I think we have that much of time for that, but you know, word choice questions is all about knowing the words. If you know the words, then it's good. Then you can probably find it. But if you don't know the words, even if you master the technique, it's not always good because you need to know the words. At least 2, 3 of them. Well, let me take a technical break. So you just need to, there has been a post, last post, look at the last post in the channel, and it asks what question type you want to see, what choice or support or weaken, which is command of evidence textual. So just go to the comments and leave your option, and we're gonna review one of those options. Well, we're back. We're back, and I found a one since most of you said support or weaken, which is command of evidence textual question. Let's look at this option. Let's look at this question. So by which, let's 10th question. Go to the question. Which one is true would most directly support? So it says support the theory. So we need to find the theory and support it. Good. Vulvas typically live in family packs of 8 to 42 vulvas, often combining families. Okay. With so many vulvas living and hunting together, what prompts a wolf to either leave a pack or become a pack leader? So there are many wolves, because they can be 8 to 42. And what's the reason wolf to either leave a pack, so leave the family, or become a pack leader, to become a family leader? What's the reason? So scientists believe that a common parasite called Toxoplasma gondii is potentially to blame. So they're saying the reason is Toxoplasma gondii. Their theory is that vulvas infected with the parasite undergo a change in behavior. So it says if the parasite is in the wolf, if it's like infected a wolf, then they will experience a change in behavior. They will change, like they will act differently, making the infected wolves bolder or more fearless, which leads to them either become lone wolves or pack leaders. So if it means that it's as it's saying, if the wolf is infected by that parasite, then they become bolder and more fearless. So they become they will become confident in themselves, which will lead to become a lone wolf. Let's say, for my imagination, have you seen like wolf fights? So if one becomes, since that he should be the leader and he is the best, then with the leader he should fight, and the one who loses, they should leave. I guess it was from my cartoon memories. That's it. So either they leave the family or they become leaders. To test this theory, wildlife ecologists Connor Mayer and Kira, someone from the University of Montana, collected blood samples from 229 vulvas in Yellowstone National Park. So to test it, they just collected some samples. And then here the text ends. So what was the theory? Theory is that their theory, as it says here, it's theory. Vulvas infected with parasite undergo a change in behavior, and they either become lone vulvas or pack leaders, and since they become fearless. Okay, this is theory. We should support this theory. Scientists believe that vulvas infected with Toxoplasma gondii are very often the only vulvas in the pack to breed. Well, it's talking about breeding, about reproduction. I don't think this one is it's the appropriate one, because it's talking about reproduction. It's not it. The study shows that pathogens such as Toxoplasma gondii have a significant on animal habitats. Well, it says that some sort of pathogen, and it's saying about something different, because it was not gondii, but it's ecan, have a significant impact on animal habitat. And it's talking about habitats, not the wolf itself, but the place where a wolf lives. So I would eliminate this option. C. The study's result found that wolves infected with Toxoplasma gondii were 11 times more likely to leave a pack and 46 times more likely to become a pack leader. Okay, I think this one is good, because it says that exactly Toxoplasma gondii, the parasite which were mentioned in the text, and were 11 times more likely and 60 times more likely either to leave pack or to become a leader, respectively. So this one seems good. Let's leave it. Wolves infected with Toxoplasma gondii have been found to prey on larger animals such as cougars. Well, it's definitely out of topic because it says the cougars, right? So the theory was that because of the parasite, they become fearless, and then they either become leaders or leave the family. So I think C is pretty good one because it says by the experiment they found that the percentages, the likelihood of they increase. Xo'p, hozirgi gaplarni o'zbekchadan qaytarib o'taman. Bu yerda teoriya berilgan. Teoriyada qanaqadir parazit bor ekan, ya'ni toksoplasma gondii degan. O'sha parazit bo'riga yuqsa, bo'ri yana ham qo'rqmas bo'lib ketar ekanda va qo'rqmas bo'lgandan keyin yoki oxiri urushib talashib ketadi ekan oiladan, yoki bo'lmasam o'sha to'dani boshlig'iga aylanadi, eng zo'r bo'lib ketadi. O'shaning uchun biz shuni support qilishimiz kerak eksperimentdan va C buni perfect qilyapti, ya'ni zo'r qilyapti, chunki study result found that wolves infected with Toxoplasma gondii were 11 times more, ya'ni 11 marta ko'proq shunaqa infected bo'lgan, shunaqa parazit bilan zararlangan bo'rilar 11 hamda 46 marta ko'proq yoki ketishga yoki lider bo'lishga potensiali oshadi ekan. Va bu directly, ya'ni to'g'ridan to'g'ri buni support qilyapti, ya'ni foyda bo'ladi. Shuning uchun Hop. Let's switch to our presentation, I would say. So we've reviewed some questions, even if there were not many, since we are limited with the time, and you need to also have a math section, our math seminar. Also, after that, you need to sleep and take your exam tomorrow. Let's move on. So personal tips and advice. So this is the thing which I promised, which is the most important part. Well, I would say, yeah, I think this is the most important part. So it's always personal. So some may not apply to you, some may apply to other people. So it's a disclaimer. Okay, firstly, have a teacher. Some people may like self-studying, but I would say having a teacher has a profound effect. And I've never believed in self-studying. Maybe it requires a discipline. Even if I have partial discipline, I would say I would always prefer teacher, because teacher, you can always ask anything. You can, and many stuff which were on your shoulders while self-studying, like finding materials, like guiding you, explaining question, and so many stuff, they will go to the shoulders of your teacher, and that's going to help just so much. And the teacher, by teacher, you can socialize, you can find a new crew, you can have like you can become close with that and become even brothers. Well, the next one is personalized approach is important. Why am I saying have a teacher? Because if you have a teacher, then probably if it's like class of 10, 15 people, then they're going to give a personalized approach, which means like they will personally go to you, talk to you, identify your weaknesses, and then do it. Well, crook is significant. As I mentioned it, if your crook, let's say, agar do'stlaringiz PlayStationga, o'yinlarga, ya'ni o'qishdan ikkinchi o'rinda turadigan narsalarni, to'g'rilar ham kerak, relaxation, ya'ni dam olish uchun kerak, lekin o'sha narsalarni birinchi o'ringa olib chiqib qo'ysa, ya'ni doim, misol uchun, bitta farq seziladi, ya'ni misol uchun gruppalang bor bo'layotgan bo'lsa, sразу yoziladi, bitta gruppada yoziladi, PlayStationga qachon boramiz, yoki bo'lmasam davay o'tiraylik, boshqa bola battarlar, xullas o'yin kulgi. Bunda kutubxonami va bir ikki marta futbol u bu deb turib sog'liqqa yaxshi bo'layotgan yoki bo'lmasam misol uchun boshqa o'yin kulgi bo'lsa ham ular misol uchun haftani oxirida yoki bo'sh kunlari bir imtihondan keyin shunaqa joylarga qo'yiladi. Shuning uchun shuni balans ushlashni bilish uchun krug juda ham muhim. Agar yaxshi o'qiyotgan bo'lsangiz, bitta krugingizga qarab ko'ring. Agar krugingiz rostmana yomon bo'layotgan bo'lsa, almashtirsangiz o'sish bo'lishi mumkin. Xo'p, only screen equals to focus. Xo'p, ertangi imtihonda bolalar polniy fokus ekranda bo'lishi kerak. Xuddi o'sha aytgan holatimday, sizlar ekran qog'ozdan, ekranda hozir ekrandagi savoldan boshqa narsani o'ylamasliginglar kerak. Umuman hamma responsibilityni yelkalaringda, ya'ni agar sizlarda yo'qotadigan narsa bo'lmasa, o'zingizda responsibility, ya'ni mas'uliyatni his qilmaysizlar. Agar misol uchun mana shu testni yiqilsam, mana shundan past bal olsam nima bo'ladi deb o'ylab ko'ringlar hozir. Nima bo'ladi? Ota-onaning qanchadir pul tuqqanmi bunga, yoki shuncha o'qituvchilaring qarab turibdi, sizlardan umid qilib turibdi. Sizlarni o'zlaring shuncha ertalabdan kechgacha ishlagansizlar, shuncha vaqtlaring ketgan, boshlaring og'rigan, boshqa problemalar bo'lgan, o'zlaringdan shuncha narsa ketgan. kelajaklaring shunga dependent bo'lishi mumkin. Misol uchun yaxshi SAT sizni qaysi universitetga kirishga normalniy yordam berib qo'yishi mumkin. Va shunaqada kelajagingiz butunlay o'zgarib ketishi mumkin. O'zingizni shuncha qilgan mehnatlaringiz, xo'p, undan tashqari sizni atrofingizdagilar ko'rib turibdi. O'sha sizni yaxshi ko'rgan, yomon ko'rgan odamlar ham hammasi ko'rib turibdi va ularga siz isbotlashingiz kerak. Yaxshi kutayotgan odamlar sizdan yaxshi narsa bo'ladi kutib o'tiribdi. Teskarisini kutib o'tirgan odamlarga bo'lsa, siz o'sha yaxshi narsani ko'rsatib isbotlab qo'yishingiz kerak. Xo'p, o'shaning uchun shuncha narsani his qilinglar, lekin buni hozir his qilinglar, ertaga ertalab his qilinglar, lekin imtihonni joyiga, xonasiga kirib o'tirildimi, bo'ldi, уже faqat xonaga moslashinglarda, уже полный focus test bo'ladi. Boshqa hamma narsa unutilsin, faqatgina practice va practice'da xuddi practice qiladiganday, mana shu savollarni qanday to'g'ri topsam bo'ladi. Qanday topaman? Mana shuni tezroq bo'lishim kerak. O'shanaqangi boshqa narsa yo'q. Faqat tekst, savol tanlash. Bo'ldi. Xo'p, keyin bitta blurb degan narsani aytib o'taylik. Blurb degan narsani bormi? Bilasizmi? Who knows it? What's blurb? Who knows it? Xo'p, blurb bu o'sha tekstning tepasida keladigan kontekst beruvchi narsa. Ya'ni bu tekst falonchi pistonchievning falonchi pistonchi asaridan olindi deydi. Keyin undan keyin ayrim savollar shunaqada to'xtaydi, ayrim savollar undan keyin aytadi. Ya'ni hali endi ko'rganimizdek, bu misol uchun bu odam falonchi kishidan kechirim so'rayapti yoki falonchi kishi bilan gaplashib turibdi yoki birorta holatni descriptionini beradi, kontekst beradi. O'sha narsa juda ham muhim. Ya'ni oddiygina lekin nom bo'lsa ham, o'sha qolgan description bo'lsa ham, mana shu tekst falon joydan olingan deb yozib qo'ygan bo'lsa ham, o'sha narsani o'qish kerak. Ko'p vaqt ketmaydi, shunchaki glance bilan bitta tez o'qisalang bo'ladi. Kontekst beradi va shunaqada quruq narsadan tekst o'qib turib yasagandan ko'ra, qiyin tekst o'qib turib yasagandan ko'ra, o'sha shunday qolip bor bo'ladi. O'sha qolipga keyin tekstdagi narsalarni terib chiqqanlaring osonroq bo'ladi. Blurbni o'qish kerak. Xo'p, keyingisi guessing. Xo'p, guessing bu art. Ayrim odamlar guess qilmaydi. Bilmadim, ayrim odamlar o'ylashi mumkin, lekin kamroq ball biladi yoki ko'proq ball beradi, boshqadir. Guessing qilmaydi, prosta qoldirib ketadi. Agar ABCD variant bo'lsa, 25% chansingiz bo'lsa random qilganda, nimaga o'shani guess qilmaslik kerak? Xo'p, guessda ABCDda ham educated guess degan narsa bor. Ya'ni sal o'ylab qilish kerak. Misol uchun men nima qilaman? Guessda misol uchun ayrim optionlarni eliminate qilishman. Ikkita variant qilgan bo'lsa, keyin sal yaqinrog'ini boshqasini tanlayman. Agar tanlamayotgan bo'lsam, o'ngga chapga o'tib ko'raman. Ya'ni bitta undan keyingi savolga qarayman. Agar A'ni tanlagan bo'lsam, bundan oldingi savolga o'taman. Bundan ham A'ni tanlagan bo'lsam, o'rtada 3 ta A kelmasa kerak deb o'ylayman-da, B'ni tanlayman misol uchun. Yoki undan keyingi savollarga ham qarab ko'rishlaring mumkin. Yoki bo'lmasam boshqa yo'llar bilan guess qilib ko'rishlaring mumkin. Ya'ni guess qilish kerak. Va hattoki matematikadagi grading savollar bo'ladi. Matematikada ABC'li savollar bor va o'zingiz javob kiritadigan savollar bor. Unaqaga qanaqa guess qilib bo'lmaydi deyishlaring mumkin, lekin даже o'shanaqangi savolda ham guess qilsa bo'ladi. O'shaqa savolda ham matematikadagi agar birinchi o'rinda yechish kerak uni, любой savolni guess qilgani degani umuman vaqtingiz qolmadi, bir 10 sekundingiz qoldida, iloji yo'q, shuni guess qilmasangiz hozir yopilib qoladi. O'sha momentda guesssiz bo'ladi. Boshqa momentda lekin guess qilmangda, yeching, toping o'sha savolni. Agar iloji yo'q, o'sha 10 sekundingiz qoldi, tanlashingiz kerak. O'sha vaziyatda matematikada ham даже o'sha joyiga matematikadagi eng o'sha savoldagi raqamlardan olib qo'ysangiz bo'ladi. Ya'ni o'sha yerdagi raqamlardan qanaqadir kombinatsiyasini qo'ysangiz bo'ladi. Agar umuman savol haqida ideya bo'lmayotgan bo'lsa, 0 yoki 1 yoki -1 yoki 2 degan savollar, 2 degan javoblarni qo'ysangiz, bular matematikadagi eng common, ya'ni eng ko'p keladigan javoblar bo'ladi va juda ham mizerniy shansiz bo'ladi. Juda ham kichkina shans, lekin o'sha shans bo'ladi. Umuman bo'lmagandan o'sha bo'lgani ham. O'shaning uchun mabodo qolib ketayotgan bo'lsa ham, birorta o'sha savoldagi kombinatsiyalar, raqamlar kombinatsiyasini yozing yoki 0 yoki -1, 1 yoki 2. Shunga o'xshagan raqamlar yozib qo'ygan yaxshi. Xo'p, first module, ikkinchi modul. Xo'p, birinchi modul o'zlaring bilayotganlaridek SATda birinchisi easyroq bo'ladi. Agar yaxshi yechsalaring, ikkinchisiga hard beradi. Bo'lmasa, agar yomon yechsangiz birinchi modulda, ikkinchisiga ham easy beradi. Yaxshi ball olish qiyin bo'lib ketadi. Agar shundaqada birinchi modul easy, ikkinchi modul hardroq, shunaqada nima bo'lishi kerak? Birinchi modulda o'sha aytganimdek, ayrim savollarda grafga qaramay yoki notlarga qaramay, ayniqsa misol uchun not savollarda notlarga to'liq qaramay turib ham polniy yechib ketsa bo'ladi. O'sha misol uchun bugun ham bitta not savolni ko'rdik, boshida 27-savolda. O'sha savoldagi qanaqangi qilib turib, ya'ni notlarga qaramasdan turib topsalang bo'ladi birinchi moduldagida. Ikkinchi moduldagida maksimal o'qishga harakat qilinglar, chunki ikkinchi modul ancha qiyinlashadi va unda misol uchun notlarni o'qishni men maslahat beradi. Shuning va birinchi modul easy bo'lgan bo'lsa agar, yaxshi bo'lgan bo'lsa, birinchi modulga ishonib, ikkinchi modul ham xuddi shunaqangi perceptionda kirib ketmaylik ikkinchi modulga. Ikkinchi modul ancha qiyin degan narsa bo'lishi kerak kalada. Ancha qiyin degan narsa bo'lishi kerak. Ha, matematika boshlanishi haqida o'ylamanglar English sectionda. English section tugashi bilan ujiki faqat matematika haqida kerak qilasizlar. Keyin peremenada ham, kerak bo'lsa breakda ham boshqa odamlar bilan unchalik gaplashmaslikni maslahat berardim, chunki o'zim miyangiz informatsiyaga to'layapti, charchab chiqyapti. Ozgina tinchlikda dam olish kerak. Suv ichib dam olishni maslahat beraman o'sha 10 daqiqangizda. Dam olgandan keyin kirib matematikani boshlab, matematika tugagandan keyin xohlagancha narsani qilishingiz mumkin. Keyin milliseconds are important. Ayrim odamlar 1 minutim qoldi, yarim minutim qoldi deb turib, bo'ldi deb give up qiladi. Odamlar ko'ring 2 minut turgan bo'lsa ham, bo'ldi, endi hech narsa qila olmayman men deydi. Unaqa emas. Даже 1 minut ichida ham ikkita savolni topsa bo'ladi. Или bitta savolni anshuringizni to'g'ri tomonini topsa bo'ladi. Prosta ozgina boshqa tomondan qarab ko'rish kerak, boshqacha o'ylab ko'rish kerak. O'sha hattoki millisekundlargacha qilish kerak. Agar hammasini tugatib bo'lgan bo'lsangiz ham review qilish kerak hammasini. Bittalab javoblarda review qilib chiqish kerak. Ya'ni aytgandek 20 dan 1gacha borasiz, bookmarklarni olasiz, bookmarklarni hammasini yo'q qilib chiqqandan keyin bittalab review qilib chiqasiz. Ya'ni o'sha notlarni o'qimagan bo'lsangiz, bu safar o'qib turib review qilib chiqasiz. O'shunaqangi qilganingizda ancha yaxshi bo'ladi. Xo'p, shunaqa millisekundlar ham hammasi important. O'sha aytganimdek nimaga men 27 ga boraman, chunki boshqa oldin 16 ga borib, keyin 1 ga borib, shunaqa qilib yurgandan har bitta kligim uchun ham millisekundlar ketadi. Yarim sekundim, 1 sekundim ketadi. Men o'sha yarim sekund, 1 sekundni ham muhim deb hisoblayman. Chunki siz $103 o'sha sekundlar uchun to'layapsiz. Va shunga shuncha tayyorlangansiz. Xo'p, thoughts in the test. As I said, test ichida hech narsa haqida o'ylamaslik kerak. Ya'ni ayrimlar savollarni eslab qolishga yoki word choice questionlarni variantlarini, ya'ni so'zlarni eslab qolishga harakat qiladi. Bolalar olib chiqsalaring nima foydasi bor? Sizlar test topshirib bo'lyapsizlar o'sha. Testda 2 marta topshirdim. Hozir bittada hal qilishni o'ylang. O'sha bu so'z keyin tushadimi, yo'q ketadimi, uni farqi yo'q. Shunchaki hozir o'zlaringni testlarga fokus qaratish kerak. Hech qanaqa narsa haqida o'ylamaslik kerak. O'sha aytgan responsibilityni his qilish kerak xonaga kirguncha. Xonaga kirib test boshlandi, uje faqat savol, test. Boshqa narsa haqida umuman o'ylamanglar. Xo'p, and then think. Xo'p, mana shu narsa juda ham katta rol o'ynaydi deb o'ylayman, chunki o'ylash, bu think odamni miyasiga, o'zini qanday dunyo qarashiga bog'liq. Ya'ni o'ylayman, misol uchun dahshat o'qisa ham, lekin bitta joyga confined, qisilib qolgan odam, ya'ni faqat mana shu SAT IELTS ichida yurgan odam bo'lsa, boshqa narsalarga qaramagan umrda bo'lsa, unda to'g'risi uni o'ylash tor bo'ladi, imagination yaxshi ishlamaydi. Testda misol uchun dahshat so'zlar bilmasdan, ko'p kitob o'qimasdan ham, lekin to'g'ri o'ylash orqali, yaxshi critical thinking orqali savollarni to'g'ri topsa bo'ladi. Xo'p. Shunaqa endi to'g'ri o'ylash kerak. Shu SAT topshirguncha agar ukalaring bo'lsa, ularni har xil narsalarga expose qilinglar. Misol uchun menda o'zim shaxsan katta switch qachon bo'lgan, 4-sinfni bitirgandan keyin 5-sinfda boshqa shaharga, boshqa maktabga ketganman. Butunlay yangi maktab, yangi shahar, ota-onam bilan turmaganman, boshqa odamlar bilan turganman. Shuning uchun boshqa qarindoshlarga kelib turganman. O'shaning uchun ancha ham o'zgarish bo'lgan deb o'ylayman. O'qishimda ham, o'zim dunyo qarashim, undan tashqari ko'p almashib tashladim maktablarimda. Sizlarda ham qanaqadir switch o'zgarishlar ko'proq bo'lishi kerak. Har safar next level ketish kerak. Hech qachon tepaga chiqdingizmi, qaytish kerak emas. Faqat tepaga. Shunaqangi bo'yicha ishlanglar, ukalaringga ham imенно maktab almashtirish shart emas va boshqa narsalar bo'yicha har xil narsalarga expose qilinglar, har xil narsaga qiziqtiringlar, ko'p narsa ko'rgan bo'lsa, o'ylashi boshqacha bo'ladi, yaxshiroq o'ylashga majbur qilinglar. Shunaqangida sizlarga SAT va IELTS va любой imtihonda, любой hayotda normalniy yetuk inson bo'lishga yordam beradi. Xo'p, hozircha bular meni personal tip hamda advice-larim edi. Ozgina vaqtimiz bor bolalar. Menimcha hozir bular berishim mumkin bo'lgan bu marafon uchun shular. Hali bundan tashqari ko'p narsalar bor, chunki hamma narsa personalized approach. O'qituvchingizga boring, o'qituvchingiz bilan gaplashing, o'qituvchidan personalized approach oling. Demak, oxirgisi Q&A. Xo'p, oxirgi postimizga kirib turib, hozir demak Q&A, ya'ni question and answer, ya'ni savol javob bo'ladi. Oxirgi postimizga kirib turib, kommentariy yozing. Kommentariyada eng yaxshi yozilgan savollar, iltimos umumiy general savol so'ramanglar. Ya'ni general savol bunga qanaqa javob beradi? Masalan, o'zingizga ham keladida, qanaqa bunaqa oldingiz? Qanaqa deganda, chunki proses juda uzun. Aytyapman-ku, 4 oy, 3 oy, bundan ko'p vaqt ketgan 1560 gacha. Shunday, xuddi o'shanda sizlar ham bittada zo'r bo'lib ketib qolmagansiz. Yo, mana shu 7 yillik hayotingda qanaqa 7 yil yashab qo'yding desa, uni siz ozginada gapda gapirib bera olmaysiz. O'shaning uchun sizlar spesifik qaysidir weak point, ya'ni kuchsiz tomonlarini so'rasalaring, o'shalarga men maksimalli javob berishga harakat qilaman. Hamma demak kommentga go. Hop, questionlarda o'qiyapman. Hop, how to manage our time, especially in EBWR section. Hop, men time managementga aytdim, milestone qo'yinglar, ya'ni grammar tugatganimda qancha vaqt qo'yish kerak deb turib, agar har safar kam chiqayotgan bo'lsa praktisa, keyingi safarga o'sha vaqtga yetkazinglar. Ya'ni, masalan, oxiri keyin 3 ta praksisdan keyin 21 minut qolyaptimi, keyingi safar 23 minut qolishi kerak. Ya'ni 2 minut yana tezlashishim kerak deb turib, shunaqa turib tezlashtiringlar. Keyin readingda ham tezlashtirib, keyin reading tugatib turib, word choice'ga borganligingda qancha vaqt qolganligini ko'ringlar. Misol uchun 10 minutingiz qoldimi, 10 minutdan ko'proq qilishim kerak. Ya'ni reviewga ham vaqtim qolishi kerak. Yo 5 minut vaqt qoldimi, reviewga ko'proq vaqt qolishi kerak. 5 minutda faqat bu savollar ishlab bo'laman turib, shunaqa turib, har safar milestone qo'yib, o'sha milestone ni yechib, kattaroq milestone ko'taraverib, shunaqa turib tezlikdan joylashtirsangiz bo'ladi. Va o'zlaring ham tez o'qiydigan bo'lishingiz kerak. Hop, hali SAT boshlamaganlar uchun, masalan, meni SAT kursim 1 oydan keyin boshlanadi. Ungacha nimalar qilishim kerak? Asosan kurs boshlanguncha. Hop, kurs boshlanguncha hozircha qiyin reading kitoblarni olib turib, agar misol uchun agar IELTS bor bo'lsa, o'zi tayyor bo'layotgan, hali 1 oyda boshlanayotgan bo'lsa ko'rsangiz, har xil narsalardan kitoblardan o'qib tursangiz bo'ladi, artikel o'qib tursangiz bo'ladi, yoki praktiklarda o'zi olib turib, ozgina informatsiya o'rganib, o'zingiz sekin-sekin boshlang'ich narsalarni o'rgansangiz bo'ladi. Yoki o'sha kursingiz 1 oyda boshlansa, o'qituvchidan so'rang. Boshlanguncha men nima qilib turay? Hozir men o'sha anchagina o'shanga cho'tki tayyorlanib borgan bo'lganimda zo'r bo'lardi. O'shundan qilib so'rasangiz, o'qituvchingiz aytib beradi. Hozir men maslahat berardim, o'sha qiyinroq tekstlar o'qing, ko'proq so'z yodlang, ayniqsa so'z yodlashni agar qilsangiz, ancha keyin easy ketadi. Ya'ni, misol uchun biz kanalimizda College Panda, IB Global va SATashkent o'zini maxsus materiallari, so'zlari yig'ilgan, o'shalarni olib turib, so'zlarni yodlab boraversangiz, anchagina zo'r bo'ladi. Xo'p, I have been wondering whether digital SAT is easier than normal SAT. If you know, please inform. Xo'p, normal SAT bu o'zi yo'q. Hozirgi kerak bo'lsa martdan Amerikani o'zi ham switch qiladi, ya'ni polni digital deyapti. Orasida juda katta farq bor, format juda katta. Oldin oddiy SATda polni full tekstlar bo'lgan bo'lsa, katta tekst bo'lgan bo'lsa, hozir har bitta savoliga bittadan kichkina tekst ancha ham o'zgarib ketgan. Shuning uchun SAT materiallarini ham ayrimlarini ishlatsangiz bo'ladi, full tekstlarni ham ishlatsangiz bo'ladi, lekin faqat boshida. Misol uchun men ham shaxsan o'zim fevralda boshlagan, fevral, mart, aprelning yarmigacha yoki aprelning boshigacha eski SATdan materiallar yo'qligi uchun o'shalardan ishlatganman. Va ular общий readingni oshirishga ham normalniy yordam beradi, chunki u ham SAT eski bo'lsa ham oshirishga yordam beradi. Ilk undan keyin aprelning yarmlaridan boshlab polni digital SAT materiallarga ko'chganman. Umuman o'shandan keyin qaytmadim paper SATga. Ungacha lekin anchagina ham ko'p paper SATni materiallaridan ham ishlab qo'ydim. Xo'p. I want to start SAT now. There's almost no information about it. First, giving complete information about it. Then, how can I start? O'zi ko'pchilik SAT nimaligini bilsa kerak. SAT chet el universitetlariga, Amerika universitetlariga topshirgani kerak bo'ladi sizlarga. Xo'p. Pushing forward. How many minutes should I spend for reading part? You said 25, 26 minutes. When I said 25, 26 minutes, I didn't mean that. Like, I meant when you finish the notes and transitions and grammar part, you should be left with 25 and 26 minutes. And then you will have 25 and 26 minutes, not only for reading, but also reading plus word choice question and plus for review. So for reading, you should spend as much time as possible, like until you find them. And then also if it takes like more time, then if you're thinking too much time, it takes my time, then just leave it with a bookmark and go on. And then at the end, like when you are left with, I don't know, 8 minutes or so, then you can review every question, 8 minutes, or if it's amazing if you have 10 minutes or more. Okay. For the exam oldi stressni qanday yengsa bo'ladi? Exam oldi stress, o'sha aytganimdek, stress hozir o'zlaringni stress qilinglar, his qilinglar. O'zlaring worried bo'lish ham kerak, chunki agar odam o'zini his qilmasa, ya'ni ha bo'ldi, nima bo'lsam nima, olsam nima degan o'y bo'lib qolmaslik kerak. Unaqangi boshqa narsalar o'ylamasdan tag'in unaqa bo'lmaydi. Nima qilish kerak? Hozir his qilinglar. Hozirgi momentda ertalab turganlaringda, ertalab choyni ichib chiqib ketadiganlaringda his qilinglar. Sizlarda shuncha yo'qotayotgan narsalaring bor. Shuncha mehnat qilgansizlar va shularda his turib ketinglar, lekin imtihonga kirganda stress qanaqa bo'ladi? Misol uchun men ham IELTS boshlayotgan vaqtda, misol uchun qo'lingiz qaltirab qolishi mumkin. Qo'lingiz qaltirab qoladi, lekin xuddi praktis bo'lgandek, просто bu examligicha, o'shaning uchun examga vaqtliroq kirib oling. Hammadan oldinmi yo hamma bilan barobar kirib oling. Boshlanigicha ozgina atmosferaga moslanib, sal bemalolroq o'tiring, sal moslashing, ozgina o'ngga chapga qarab o'zingizni atmosferaga moslashtirib oling va undan keyin polni exam haqida o'ylang, xuddi oddiy praktis qilganda tasavvur qilib, praktisda yechish kerak uni. O'zi misol uchun ozgina bo'ladi, menda ham hayajon bo'ladi, lekin maksimum borsa 2 ta questionga, 3 ta questionga yoki SATda 3 ta question, misol uchun IELTSda ham 3 ta questionga, shundan keyin уже polni xuddi praktis qilganda testga kirib ketish kerak. Ya'ni ko'zingiz boshqa narsani ko'rmay qolish kerak o'zi. Xo'p. Bu 5. Xo'p. What do you think of starting the grammar questions first in the reading and writing part? Does it have benefits, or will we lose our time for reading questions? No, I would say I would recommend starting from grammar, like starting from note, transition, and grammar, and as it's my approach, because grammar is easier, and when grammar is easier, you can spend like less time, and you gotta be fast, and then you will leave many time, and you'll think like, I have so much time for reading, and then you can do it. But if you start from reading, I would say, since they take much time, and you'll be left with like 5 minutes, and then you're gonna think, oh, there's almost no time, and you're gonna get stressed. So I would actually recommend to start from like notes, transitions, grammar, and then when those easy questions finish, and then go to reading question. Okay, this was the 6th one. Is there anything else? Xo'p, oxirgi savol. Ingliz tili qismini ishlab bo'lgandan so'ng ozgina vaqtim ortib qolyapti, 5-9 minut. Shu vaqt oralig'ida javoblarni tekshirib chiqishni maslahat berasizmi? Lekin praktik tekshirib bir necha javobni o'zgartirdimda, xato chiqqandi. Birinchi javobim to'g'ri edi ekan. Xo'p, bu savolga nima deyman? Tekshiring, baribir tekshiravering. O'sha shuncha vaqtingiz bor, buni tekshirish kerak va tekshirganda ham har bitta argumentlaringizni endi bu safar xuddi men ko'rganimdek kimdirgadir tushuntirayotgandek o'zingizga o'zingiz tushuntirib chiqing. Mana bunaqa bo'lyapti, hammasini o'zingizga proof chiqing. Boshqa variantlar noto'g'ri yoki to'g'ri, o'shanaqalarini proof turib, baribir tekshirib chiqish kerak. Agar 1-2 marta o'zgartirgan bo'lsangiz, xato chiqadi degani har doim xato chiqadigani emas. Ya'ni, misol uchun bitta xato chiqib qolsa, balki siz davomini qilayotganingizda 2 ta noto'g'ri javobingizni to'g'ri qilib qo'yasiz. Risk bor, lekin siz yaxshiroq o'ylab, yaxshiroq yechishga harakat qilsangiz, baribir effektiv bo'ladi. Topa olasiz. Xo'p. Menimcha Q&A'miz ham o'z nihoyasiga yetib qoldi. Boshqa savollar menimcha yo'q bo'lsa, xo'p, keyingi slaydga o'tamiz. Good luck on tomorrow's exam. Xo'p, men o'zi omadga unchalik ishonmayman, chunki o'zimda har doim omad kelavermaydi. Omadga ishonmayman, faqat yaxshi mehnat qilib turib va omadni qanday tasavvur qilaman? Omad degan narsa imminni omad demayman, lekin kimdirgadir qulay qulay savol tushib qolishi mumkin. Ya'ni siz misol uchun aytaylik SATdagi 70% savollarni zo'r cho'tka yechalasiz, lekin 30%ni yaxshi yecholmasangiz ham imtihonda sizga misol uchun 70% biladigan joyingizdan tushib qolsa, zo'r boringizni potensialingizni ko'rsatib borasiz. Agar lekin o'sha 30% bilmaydigan joyingizdan tushib qolsa, unda juda ham past balab qolishingiz mumkin. Xuddi ikkita odamni compare qilganimizda ham, misol uchun siz 70% bilasiz, o'rtog'ingiz 30% biladi-da, lekin unga 30% biladigan joyidan chiqyapti-da, zo'r balo olyapti, siz 30% bilmayotgan joyingizdan tushyapti-da, siz past balo qolyapsiz. O'shaning uchun men buni omad emas, shunaqangi kimdirgadir qulay savol tushib qolishini aytardim, lekin baribir bu har doim ham bo'lmaydi va o'sha aytganimdek, raznica qilsa ham plus minus 20-30 ball, undan uzog'i bo'lmaydi. Va men bundan ko'proq maslahatlar ko'p, kimgadir SAT, IELTS, college application qiziq bo'ladigan bo'lsa, men o'zimning shaxsiy blogim bor, o'shanga kirib turib hali yana materiallar tashlaymiz. SATashkent umumiy kanalida ham SATashkent marafonda ham hali tashlaymiz. Xo'p, va bu oxiri emas, hali ertangi imtihonlaringga math uchun juda ham katta bonus tayyorlab qo'yilgan va hozir bu it's not the end. Next, it's going to be SAT Math. Thank you so much for attention. Hammalarga rahmat va hammalarga ertangi imtihonda omad. Men bugun marafonda berilgan vaqt ichida borimni ko'rsatishga harakat qildim. Bu onlayn, shuni ham hisobga olishing kerak. Agar offlayn bo'lganda ancha ham ko'proq balki informatsiya bo'lardi, ancha ham ko'proq maslahatlar, ko'proq savol-javoblar, ko'proq savol ko'rilardi va hammalarga rahmat. Sizlar bilan ko'rishguncha. Xayr.
Xo'sh, math section boshlanguncha hozir soat 8 da boshlanadi. Ungacha ozgina lirik chiqarish qilamiz. Hammalaringiz dam olib, bu snack qilib. Bugun bilamiz SAT imtihoniga vaqtliroq uxlashingiz kerak. O'sha narsani biz consider qilamiz. Shuning uchun math sectionni iloji boricha tezroq qilib, sizni miyangizni qiynalmaydigan darajada olib borib, bonuslar bilan siz miyangiz qiynalmaydi, faqat qarab o'tirsangiz bo'ldi. Ko'p yaxshi informatsiyalar beriladi. Hozir o'sha 5-10 daqiqa lirik tanaffus qilamiz. Choy ichib, uydagilarga salom deb, hamma bilan salomlashib, qaytib kelishingizni so'rab qolamiz. Xudo xolasa Shohruhdan bomba prezentatsiya bo'ladi.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. How are you doing, guys? Okay, guys, my voice is clear. Please send the plus on the last. Yeah, on the last chat. Yeah. Is my voice is clear, guys? Is my voice clear?
Bilishimiz kerak o'sha tezroq boshlasa tezroq tugaymiz. Hamma vaqtda erta ekzamendan tayyorlanadi.
Okay, good. Let's wait for 5 minutes and we'll start. Assalamu alaikum hammaga. Ismim Shohruh. Welcome to the admissions marathon, to the math section of today's our marathon class. Thanks for Jamshid, our co-worker at SATashkent. His session was really hot. I loved that. I appreciate his work. Let's do it. Without any kind of watering, without any kind of just words, we will finish it precisely, because after roughly speaking 12 hours, you should be on an exam venue. That's why I will try to make it shortly, because you have to sleep, uxlab, dam olib, choy ichib, imtihonga borib buzib yuborishinglar kerak. Shuning uchun tez buzib tashlaymiz. Okay, a little bit about me. Shohruh Abduganiyev. Shortly, I'm just a student at Presidential University. Most of you know it's like a new UU, like New Uzbekistan University. I'm an advisor of Ministry of Education at Student Council of my university. I'm a math teacher at SATashkent. Also, I almost been teaching for 1.5 of the year at SATashkent and other learning centers. But last year, I just was conducted in the SAT. Okay, what we are going to do today is, first of all, I'm going to share with you some tips and strategies in math section, first of all. Then I will show you how I will solve 10 interesting questions from 2023 exams. I hope that will be really interesting. Then we're going to have a shortly Q&A session, of course. Of course, we have bonus file from SATashkent tutors. We, with other math tutors, especially with me, we prepared for you a bonus file. Bonus file tayyorlab qo'yganmiz. Bu file sizga juda ham katta foydasi tegadi degan umiddaman. Faylni oxirida, sessionimizning oxirida share qilaman gruppaga, kanalga. Hammanglar bemalol olib, ishlatib, uni bemalol ishlata olasizlar. And of course, I will share with some advices, but I think that Jamshidbek share with you too many advices, and the advices which I wanted to share. Jamshidbek, rahmat. Okay, let's start it. Strategies. Okay, strategies in math section of the SAT. First of all, I would start with not exam, it's not math section. I would start from the morning. Morning, ovqatlanishinglar u unaqa emas. Uydan chiqib ketayotganinglarda, bismillah deb uydan chiqib ketayotganinglarda, make sure that your gadgets, special gadgets, your phone, smartwatch, earphones, and other things, gadgets, are switched off. And make sure that you are not using them, because before the exam, sizlarni attentioninglar, sizlarni fokusinglar, examga bo'lgan fokusinglar buzilishi mumkin bu gadjetdagi bo'ladigan любой bitta activity bo'yicha. Oddiy narsa, You can just open Instagram, you can just open YouTube and watch reels, some shortcuts, and it will like really destroy your focus, destroy your knowledges and abilities to the exam. Okay. Examga keldinglar, Englishdan o'tdinglar. In 10 minutes of the break, please do not speak with anyone. Jamshidbek aytgandek, hech kimga gaplashmasdan o'zinglarni xayolga yig'ilib olib, mathsga moralni tayyor bo'linglar. Like morally get prepared for the math section. On the math section, just remember your formulas, remember your tips, strategies, all of the things you need in the math section. Prepare your scratch papers, your pen or pencil, that doesn't matter. Of course, drinking water. Water is a main part, really important part of any kind of exam. Doesn't matter, is it IELTS, SAT, or entrance exams for the university. Take a water with you, and in the 10 minutes break, please drink water. Drink water. Water is one of the like 80%, if I'm not mistaken, of our body. That's why it's really important for our brain, especially. Okay. Just imagine your exam started. Model 1 is just started. What should you do? First of all, we all know that module 1, first model, is going to be easy. Comparable with model 2. Model 2 ga qaraganda ancha osonroq bo'ladi. Uni bilamiz. On a blue book in a special program of the college board, I think like most of you saw what 4 tests is practice tests, and you can see that first models are really easy. Okay, what you are going to do on the first model? First of all, you have 22 questions per section, per model. 22 questions per model. Birinchi modulda ehtiyot bo'lib ishlaydi misoldan. Ya'ni ehtiyot bo'lib degani qanaqa? After each solving the question, you will get like answer, yeah? Double check it. Of course, double check it. It's written that start with easy questions, but honestly, in a math section, in a math model 1, most of the questions are going to be just easy questions. Okay, skip the difficult ones, of course. And model 2, you will face with some questions which are really unique and new for you. Unique and new for you, and you've never seen, especially digital SAT. Now, like according to my experience, according to the experience of my students, we saw that most of students like faced with 2, 3, up to the like 4 questions which are really unique and new in SAT. Okay, what should you do here? First of all, make sure that you're not staying for one question for the like passively more than 1 minute. Passively, I mean what? 1 minutdan oshiq o'tirmanglar bitta misolda, prosta o'ylab, nima qilishni o'ylab. Agar 1 minutga yetib qoldimi, hali hech qanaqa strategiya yo'q, solution yo'q, misoldan umiding yo'qmi? Tepada mark for review degan joy bor. Mark for review ni bosib, bemalol chiqib ketishingiz mumkin. Chiqib ketishinglar deganda o'tkazib olishingiz mumkin keyingi savolga. Ya'ni nimani aytmoqchiman? On a SAT exam, on a digital SAT exam, math sectionda savollar bo'ladi va hozirgi sistema shunaqaki, careless mistake'larga juda ham katta attention qo'yilgan, ya'ni sistema tomonidan. Aytaylik, careless mistake deganda bu easy questionlarda yoki hatto medium questionlarda yoki juda ham common bo'lgan hard questionlarda xato qilib qo'ysanglar, buni sistemada punishmentda juda kuchli. Ya'ni hard, unique questionga duch kelganda unga 3 minutlar, 5 minutlar bir xil holatda bo'ladi. 5 minutlar vaqt ketkazib, unga o'tirgandan ko'ra, shuni vaqtini o'rniga, bitta misolni o'rniga 3 ta biladigan, ishlay oladigan misollarni ishlaganingiz yaxshi. Ya'ni bitta misolda qolib ketish kerak emas hech qachon. 1 minutdan oshdim vaqt, mark for you bosinglar, keyingisiga o'tinglar. O'tirib kutish kerak emas. Okay. Solve clearly, keep scratch paper clear. Of course. When you are solving any kind of questions, doesn't matter in a SAT math exam or in other math exams, keep clear your scratch paper. Ya'ni ishlayotgan misollarning solutioni sizlarga ko'rinib turishi kerak. Why you need that? First of all, when you are double checking your solutions, your process, your systems, your some kind of algebraic like process, adding, multiplying, subtracting, or dividing, you will see your mistake. If you have a mistake, you will see your mistake when you're like double checking that. Ya'ni scratch paper like clear bo'lib turgan bo'lsa, bu sizlarga yana bitta bitta awareness beradi, ya'ni xato bo'lsa, ya'ni ko'rib olishida mumkin bemalol double check qilayotgan paytingizda. Be aware with units, of course. Of course, it's like a really common problem with mass exam takers in the SAT. Units, nima bu unit? Ya'ni unit bu birlik. Centimeter, meter, kilometer, yoki ketadi miles, hours, others. Misolda aytaylik, misol berishim mumkin, per hour or per mile, per something deb berib, misol uchun per mile deb berib qo'yib, oxirida per kilometer deb so'rab qolishi mumkin. Ya'ni juda ham aware bo'linglar unitlarni bir-biriga conversion qilishda. In a most questions, mana shunaqa questionlarda, after the question you will see a parenthesis inside of what is really written. Like 1 mile equals to 1.4 like kilometers, or 1 kilometer equals to something, something, something. And pay attention to that. Of course, double check. I mentioned that. Double check, especially on the model one. Double check each of your question because you will have a time. Okay, my own strategy, what I did and what I will do on the next exam if I could take it. My own strategy is like this. Exam boshlangan paytida birinchi qiladigan narsam bu nafas olish, just breathing and drinking water. Breathing qilib, holatga tushib olib, ya'ni atmosferani sense qilishim kerak, qayerda o'tirganimni, nima qilayotganimni, ya'ni prosesni, realityni tan olib, o'sha prosesga berilishim kerak. Okay. Shoshish kerak emas. On a model 1, how I said, model 1 is going to be really easy. You will have 22 questions and you will have 35 minutes for each section on the model math section. Okay, 35 minutes and 22 questions. Okay. 22 ta savol bo'ladigan bo'lsa, 22 ta savolni linearly ishlab, ya'ni ketma-ketlikda consecutive ishlab, ularni bemalol aytaylik oxirida 5 minutlik, 10 minutlik, даже bir xil holatlarda 15 minut vaqtingizni ham bo'sh qolib ketishi mumkin. Bu vaqtda boshini qo'yib uxlash kerak emas yoki suv ichib dreaming o'tirish kerak emas. Yo'q. Double check your solutions, each of the question, and make sure you don't have any kind of problems with your calculations, because calculations, it's the main problem which causes deliberate like mistakes, and you should pay attention to that. Calculationlarni ya'ni tekshirib chiqinglar. Ya'ni har qanaqa calculation. Oddiy 5x plus 5 equal to 0. Shunaqa misol tushdi, uni ham tekshiringlar. Xato bo'lishi mumkin. Har qanaqa holatda xato bo'lishi mumkin. We are like just a human, we are just a person. We have a simple brain. All of us have the same brain. That's why please make sure to not making any kind of mistakes with the calculations especially. Okay, forget about cheating. Forget about looking at another screen and like copying answers, or just looking at the number of the question and seeing the option we choose that. First of all, on any kind of exam, on IELTS exam, on SAT exam, just look at the statistics. For example, on the IELTS statistics of Uzbekistan, we know that about like 70 or 80% of the participants take about band 6 IELTS, band 6 or 5.5. And how do you know that participant choose a correct answer? You just don't know that. It's the first reason. Second reason is that test is going to be adaptive. Test is going to be, actually first model is going to be with the same difficulty level for everybody, but with the method questions. Like questions are going to be in a different orders, in a different places. And in some cases, I faced with some this kind of cases in digital SAT. Students have like different questions, even in the model 1. Okay, model 1 passed, and okay, what about model 2? Why, first of all, College Board turned it to the digital exam? First of all, is to not making cheating, how I just said about that. And second one is adaptable tests. Okay, we know that ikinci modelde, on the second model, you will have two options. It's model A, model 2A, and model 2B. Model 2A bu qanaqa section, ya'ni birinci modelda xatolar soni ko'p bo'lsa, odatda 7 ta 8 ta xatogacha boradi. 7 ta 8 ta xato qilib qo'ysanglar, ikkinchi modulni easy option beradi. Ya'ni sizlarga adaptive bo'lib, bu misol uchun knowledge have like knowledge with a low like knowledge. That's why we should give like easy one. Easy one beradi. Faqat easy one olsanglar, sizlarning scoringlar o'sha section uchun 600 dan oshmaydi. Okay, for the second model like B, model 2B, agar birinchi modulda xato qilmasanglar, xudo xolasa, hech qanaqa xato qilmasdan 20 tadan 20 ta urib zo'r qilsanglar, даже 7 tani range ichida xato qilsanglar, ikkinchi model 2B ni beradi. Model 2B is much more difficult, much more like complex, and its range varies up to the 800. Okay, model 2B ga o'tdinglar. Model 2B da ozgina Jamshidbek ham aytdi shuni to'g'risida. Model 2B qiyinroqligi to'g'risida sens bo'lish kerak miyada oldindan. Ya'ni sizlar tushunishinglar kerakki, to'g'risida model 1 oson bo'ldi, 10 minutim qolib ketdi, 15 minutim qolib ketdi, 5 minut rest oldim, 3 minut rest oldim, bunaqa qildim. Ikkinchi modul ham shunaqa bo'lsa kerak. Значит, SAT exam o'zi easy narsa degan xayol bo'lib qolish kerak emas. Ikkinchi modul sizlarni eng challenge qiladigan modul hisoblanadi. Ikkinchi modulga o'tganda sizlarni boyaga aytgan difficult question, ya'ni unique questionlar bilan face bo'lish boshlaysizlar. Odatda, and usually this kind of questions comes in a last order, like 20, 21, 22. Up to that, you will have all of the questions if you like get prepared to that with many materials, with the Blue Book test, with others, College Panda, and this kind of question, materials and books. You will have questions are really familiar to you. Ular bilan qiynalib qolmaysizlar va nima demoqchi bo'laman, orada agar shunaqa unique question chiqib qolsa, qarang. If you have enough creativity, enough knowledge, enough experience for solving that question, solve it. Immediately solve it simultaneously. If you can't solve it for 1 minute, if you have any kind of a strategy for solving that, just skip it. Just turn to the next one, which you can solve. Okay. At the last part, you will have time. I'm sure that you will have a time for that questions. Va Jamshidbek bizga gapirib o'tdilar, educational guess degan narsa to'g'risida. Educational guess very useful thing. In any kind of exam, baribir o'sha guessga to'g'ri kelib qoladi. Baribir zo'r experience, zo'r knowledge, zo'r yillab bir o'qigan bo'lsanglar ham, nimadir yangi new thingga kelganlarda, this is going to be wild for you. Wild, I mean new for you. And shu paytda to'xtab qolishdi. Maybe if you have more time, you can solve that. But in 35 minutes for 20 questions, it's like 1.5 minutes for each question. In average, ishlamasligi mumkin. O'sha paytda ishlamay qolishingiz mumkin. O'sha paytda eng yaxshi strategy o'tib ketish, keyingisiga ishlaganlar yaxshi. Va bu unique questionda educational guess qanaqa qilish kerak? Hozir questionlarni ko'rib chiqamiz, shu paytda ham ko'rsataman. Educational guess o'zi deganda, misol uchun most reliable answerni tanlaysizlar. Ya'ni savol o'qiyapsizlar, u savolda misol uchun the interesting part bo'lishi mumkin, boshqa bo'lishi mumkin va sizlarni bitta focus ilada, bitta fantasy bir narsa bo'lishi mumkin. Aytaylik, vertex form questionlarimiz bor. O'sha vertexga related shunaqa questionlar bor. Shularni ham qilishingiz mumkin misol uchun. Okay, I think it's my own strategy actually. On a second model, you will not have any kind of a free time. Vaqtida shuni taqadaq keladi savollarga va holatlar bo'ladi. Ko'pincha bolalar aytishadi, 5 sekund qolganda, 10 sekund qolganda javob belgilayman deydi. Bu ko'pchilikda normal holat. Bundan qo'rqib qolib, mana shunaqa bo'ldi, xato qildim, bunaqa bo'ldi deb qo'rqish kerak emas. If you make sure that you solve all the questions, hech qanaqa calculationlarda yoki basic questionlarda xato qilmasdan, medium questionlar xato qilmasdan o'tgan bo'lsanglar, digital SAT sistema shunaqa ishlaydiki, 780 ballni ham berishi mumkin bu holatda. 780, даже bir xil 790 ballni berishi mumkin. 800 skor bu har doim hammasini to'g'ri ishlading degan narsa emas. 800 skor bu knowledge ila SAT ni ace, ya'ni buni bemalol ishla olasizlar. Bu savolni har qanaqa minutda ishla olasizlar degan sens beradigan skor bu. Ya'ni 780 dan 800 gacha oldinglar degan bu juda ham zo'r skor degani. And I hope that you will get this kind of a score tomorrow. You will ace SAT math section tomorrow. Okay, now let's turn to the our 10 questions from 2023 exams. Okay, for the first question, I chose this particularly this question. I really wanted to start with a geometry. Okay. The figure above shows the lines M and N intersect by line K. Which of the following is sufficient to prove that M and N are parallel if the value of angle Z is 42? Manimcha bu ko'pchiliklar bu savolga duch kelgansizlar. Bu savolni har xil turlari bor. Hozir ko'ramiz mana. If you have this kind of a two parallel lines, for example, let's assume that M and N are now parallel to each other. What does it mean? Parallel degani o'rtasidan o'tadigan har qanaqa chiziq bularni bo'layotganida ratios bir xil, ya'ni burchaklar ratios bir xil bo'ladi. Bu burchak bilan bu burchak bir xil bo'ladi, bu burchak bilan bu burchak bir xil bo'ladi va of course we have vertical angles bular ham bir xil bo'ladi. Ya'ni nima demoqchi bo'laman? Parallel line'da ishlash ancha osonroq. Okay, Z is 42 deyapti. Ya'ni mana bu angle'imiz 42 ekan. And we should find which of the following will help us to make sure that these two lines are parallel to each other. Okay, aytayaptiki A optionda y 42 ga teng ekan. Okay, y mana bu angle 42. Exactly shuni deb o'ylayman. Chunki ikkalasi bular bir xil bo'lganligidan keyin уже ko'rishimiz mumkinki bu M bilan N bir-biriga parallel. 42 bo'lsa bu yog'i esa 180 minus 42 is going to be, and I think it's going to be like 138, I think. Bu yoqda 138, bu yoqda ham 138 ga teng bo'ladi. Ya'ni mana D option turibdi, bizdan adashtirish uchun beriladi bunaqa optionlar asosan. D option aytayapti y 138 ga teng. Birinchidan o'zi y 138 bo'lmasligining birinchi sababi bor. Bizda o'tkir burchaklar bor. Ya'ni bular o'tkir burchaklar 90 gradus bilan orasida bo'ladi, 90 va 0 gradus orasida bo'ladi va ko'rinib turibdiki y bu o'tkir burchak, ya'ni 90 gradusdan kichkina yoki hatto 90 gradusdan kichkinaroq burchak va o'tmas burchaklar bor. O'tmas burchaklar asosan 90 gradusdan 180 gradusgacha bo'ladi. Bu yerda ko'rib turibmizki 138 bo'la olmaydi. That's why the option like A is the correct option. Okay, that was an easy part. Just warm up for you. Okay, second question: systems of linear equations, which I really love, which we has like strong knowledge in that. System of equations above has a solution of 5 and y. If y is a positive integer, what is the value of k? Okay, question 2. We have 2x. Okay, 2xk plus 6y equals to negative 4, and xk plus 2y is equals to negative 8. Okay, it says that has a solution of 5 and y. And actually, what is a solution? What does it mean, a solution for the systems of linear equations? Just imagine a graph, which we call this graph. Just imagine two lines, these two lines, and don't care about the slopes or y-intercepts, just don't care. Just imagine that we have this point where they intersect, this point where they intersect. The point where they intercept two graphs, two functions, it's a point which called the solution. Exactly that point. And our solution now is 5 and y, where x equals to 5 and y equals to just y. And now I can just put all of the things by places. Okay. If I put 5 to x and 5 to x, y to y, and like nothing is going to be changed. 5 times 2 and k, I will have 10k plus 6y equals to negative 4. Then I have 5k plus 2y equals to negative 8. Okay, for saving your time on the exam, there is a special strategy. Look at the question. Question asks for the k. We know that for solving system of equations, you can use substituting or eliminating, adding, any kind of strategies, but you can eliminate if you want y, if you want k. Question now asks for k. Shuning uchun men hozir k'ni qidirishga harakat qilaman. K'ni qanaqa qidiramiz? Ya'ni hozir bizga y ikkinchi variable, ikkinchi noma'lum sifatida bizga lishinglik qilib turibdi. Buni nima qilamiz? I will multiply the second function by 3. And what I will get? 10k plus 6y equals to negative 4. And 15k plus 6y equals to negative 24. Savol tushgan bir marta o'quvchidan due to my experience. Bitta o'quvchim so'ragan, nimaga 3 ga ko'paytirish haqingiz bor? O'zi nimaga ko'paytiryapsiz? Birinchidan ko'paytirish sababi 6y bo'lsa, bular qisqarishgan hisoblar. Buni bilamiz. Lekin ko'paytirishga haqqimiz bormi? Bu yo'q joyda o'zimizdan bir narsa yengillik qo'shib, hozir bitta funksionni bitta songa ko'paytirib olamiz. Nimaga bunaqa haqqimiz bor? Okay. Bilamizki, bitta fraction olsak, fraction bu kasr degani. Let us say I have like 1 over 2. If I multiply this fraction by 2 over 2, I will get 2 over 4. But if I simplify that, I will get 1 over 2. And what does it mean? 2 over 2 is just 1. If I multiply 1 over 2 by 1, nothing is going to be changed. Ratio is not going to be changed. Now, 3 ga hamma tomonni ko'paytirsam, ya'ni equation so'zi, equality so'zi, tenglik degan so'z o'zgarmaydi. Ya'ni equality menda o'zgarmay qoladi. Bu yerda 15k plus 6y teng minus 24, 5k plus 2y teng minus 8 bilan bir xil narsa bilan ratiosi hamma narsasi bir xil bilan. Ya'ni deyarli massively hech narsa o'zgarmayapti. Okay, now what should I do for researching k? I will just do a minus. Bilamiz, chap tomon left side is going to be substituted for your own, ya'ni o'zi ayriladi bu yoq tomon. Ya'ni 10k da 15k ni ayiraman, bu minus 5k bo'ladi. 6y and 6y is going to be just 0, 6y minus 6y. And bu yoq tomonda esa minus 4, minus and minus 24. As we know, negative times negative is going to be positive. That's why I will have negative 5k equals to negative 4 plus 24, which is going to be just 20. And k now equals to negative 4. Okay, that's B option. I think like it was interesting and useful for you. Now let's turn to the next one. Okay, trigonometry. Sinus with a q and cosinus with a s. If angle q is equals to x plus 43 and angle s equals to 24x minus 3, what is the value of x? Okay, really interesting question. If I'm not mistaken, this question was on a March 11 SAT, especially on my exam. This was exactly the same question. And what I did, birinchidan ozgina foundation to'g'risida gaplashamiz. Trigonometry to'g'risida biz bilamizki, sinus 45 bilan cosinus 45 bir-biriga teng. Ya'ni ilzosi 2 taqsim 2, ilzosi 2 taqsim 2. Va yana boshqa case bor. Bu sinus 30 bilan cosinus 60 bir-biriga teng. Ya'ni bu 1 taqsim 2, bu ham 1 taqsim 2. Va cosinus 30 bilan sinus 60 ilzosi 3 taqsim 2. Ya'ni bu yerda nimani hozir sezamiz? Qaranglar. If I add these two angles, 45, I will get 90. If I add these two angles, I will get 90. 90. Hamma joyda 90. Ya'ni sinus bilan cosinus qachon bir-biriga teng bo'ladi? Qachonki ularning anglelarini yig'indisi bir-biriga 90 ni bersa, ya'ni mana bunaqa yozib olaman. Cosinus beta alpha plus beta equals to 90 bo'lganidagina bu narsa to'g'ri bo'lar ekan. Hozir menda qanaqa holat turibdi? Okay, I have sinus with q equals to 4x plus 43 and cosinus with 24x minus 3. Ya'ni hozir bularni ikkalasini qo'shib x plus 43 va plus 24x minus 3 90 ga tenglasam, menda javob chiqib kelishi kerak. Okay, let's check it. X plus 43 plus 24x minus 3 teng bo'lishi kerak 90 ga. X ga 24x qo'shsam bu 25x ni beradi. 43 dan 3 ni ayirsam bu 40 ni beradi va 40 ni yoq tomonga substitute qo'shsam menda 50 chiqadi. Va albatta if we divide both sides by 25, I will get x equals to 2 and then my answer now is just 2. X equals 2. I hope that was useful. Trigonometryni bir juda qiziq misollardan biri edi. Okay, question 4. On this part, I would just little bit talk about function notation, functions, function transitions also there. Hop. Manda fx funksiya berilgan. Ya'ni fx funksiya bu manda x plus 4 3x minus 2. Tushunishim bo'yicha bu quadratic equation, chunki menda hozir ikkita, ya'ni factorized formda ikkita solution ko'rib turibman. Bu -4 va 2 taqsim 3 va bu parentheses open, ya'ni ochib yuborsam, menda 3x kvadrat bo'lib qoladi boshi. Ya'ni bu quadratic equationga juda ham tortyapti, ya'ni quadratic functionga. Function gx is equal to the function with the f x plus 4. What is a y-intercept of gx? Hop, y-intercept degan narsa ozgina to'xtalib o'tamiz. Y-intercept, it's a point where graph crosses through the y-axis. Ya'ni bizda ikkita axis bor. Bu x-axis, y-axis. Ya'ni bunda line o'tkazib yuborsam, line bundoq o'tkazsam ko'ringan bo'lar ekan. Ya'ni bu hozir menda y-axis intercept bo'lib qoladi. Intercept. Va bu yoqda esa menda nima turibdi? X intercept turibdi. Y interceptda x har doim 0 ga teng bo'ladi. Ya'ni x o'qini, x axisini middle da yotgan bo'ladi, ya'ni o'rtasida yotgan bo'ladi. X interceptga keladigan bo'lsak, respectively y equals to 0. Ya'ni bu ham y ni y axis, ya'ni balandlik, height ni ko'rsatuvchi y axisning o'rtasi, ya'ni 0 da yotgan bo'ladi. Pastda ham emas, tepada ham 0 da yotgan bo'lishi uchun y ni 0 bo'ladi. Okay. X plus 4 nima degani bu? Ya'ni hozir men x ni o'rniga x plus 4 ni qo'yishim kerak. Qanaqa? Ya'ni prosta men shu x ni o'rniga x plus 4 ni qo'yib qo'yaman. Plus 4 and 3x plus 4 minus 2. X plus 4 and I will have x plus 8. If I just manipulate this expression, I will get 3x plus 12 minus 2 and it will be 3x plus 10. Va fx funksiya turibdi va men x ni x plus 4 qildim. Bu yerda functionni transition'i qanaqa bo'ladi? Biz bilamizki, fx funksiyaga bitta sonni qo'shsanglar, bu funksiyalar tepaga qarab yuradi. Fx funksiyalardan bitta sonni ayirsalar, xuddi shuncha songa, ya'ni balandligi o'zgaradi. Ya'ni fx funksiya bu y ni o'zi bo'lganligi uchun u balandlikni aniqlab beradi. Ya'ni balandligini o'zgartira olasizlar. Tepaga qo'shsanglar tepaga, ayirsalar pastga. Lekin x ni o'ziga keladigan bo'lsak, x bu ko'rganimizdek mana bu axis. Bu axisimizni, ya'ni horizontal axis deyshadi. Horizontal axis bizning chapga o'ngga surishimizni bildiruvchi bitta axis hisoblanadi. Hozir sizlarga bitta narsa ko'rsataman. X axis olsak, tasavvur qilamiz, bitta menda quadratic function bor, y equals to x minus 2 squared bo'lsa, buni hozir vertexi, ya'ni eng pastki pointi 2 da yotadi. Ya'ni buni deyarli mana qilsam bo'ladi. Okay. Keyingi holatda men x ga 1 qo'shaman yoki 1 ni ayirsam ham bo'lar ekan. 1 ni ayiradigan bo'lsa nima bo'ladi? X minus 1 minus 2 squared. Nima bo'ldi? Hozir menda x minus 3 ni squared bo'lib qoldi. Ya'ni mana bu yerda 3 degan joyi surildi. Ya'ni bitta point o'ngga surildi. Bu yerdan biz qanaqa conclusion qilishimiz kerak? Ya'ni x ga son qo'shsanglar, u function chapga yurar ekan, son ayirsanglar esa o'ngga yurar ekan function. Function o'ziga son qo'shsanglar tepaga, ayirsanglar esa chapga ekan. Okay. Y-interceptga qaytamiz. Y-intercept bu x 0 ga teng bo'lgan holat edi, ya'ni butga va butga 0 qo'yaman. 0 qo'yganda nima chiqadi? Okay, I will get plus 4. 8 and times 10, like it's gonna be 80, I think. Yeah. Probably it's gonna be 80. I think it was like useful. Okay, let's turn to the next question. Triangle FGH is an equilateral triangle with a height of 50 meters. What is the perimeter of triangle FGH? Okay. Little bit one more time about geometry. Equilateral triangle equilateral triangle. Okay, equilateral triangle bu hamma tomoni teng bo'lgan bitta triangle hisoblanadi. Equilateral triangle ni hamma tomon teng bo'lgandan keyin va biz bilamizki, the sum of the interior angles of any kind of a triangle is 180. And if we have an equilateral triangle, each interior angle is going to be by 60. 60? Okay, just 60. But I think now we do not need that. Height. Okay, can I make this kind of a height? And height always gonna be like it's not looks like a line, but just imagine that. Okay, let's make a line, and always height crosses through perpendicularly. What does it mean? Height o'zi balandlik degani. Hech qachon biz balandlikni burchak osti o'lchamaymiz. Ya'ni bundoq boshqa xonani bitta burchagidan narigi burchagiga bundoq balandlikni tushirmaymiz. Tepadan pastga straightly and perpendicularly bitta line tushiramiz. To'g'rimi? Har doim shunaqa o'lchaganmiz. Ya'ni geometri ishlayotganlarda height degan so'zni ko'rdinglarmi? U height har doim 90 degree tushadi va 90 degree tushganini albatta notate qilib qo'yinglar, yozinglar u narsani. Mana bunaqa kvadratcha qilib qo'yinglar yozayotgan daftaringizda, qog'ozingizda. Chunki u narsani yozmasanglar, keyinchalik esingizdan chiqib ketsa, u line nimaligi to'g'risida o'zi height emasmi, 90 degree cross qilganmi yo'qmi? Bu sizlarga yana bitta qiyinchilik tug'dirib qo'yishi mumkin, ya'ni keyinchalik bitta anaqa parametr yetishmaganligidan. Okay, height it says equals to 15. Height 15 ekan. Let's take now hamma tomonni x deyman. Hamma tomonni mana bu overall x sum. Endi qaranglar, height hozir o'zi equatorial triangle, heightdan o'rtadan mana perpendicular tushdi. Ya'ni menimcha bu x over 2 bo'ladi. Ya'ni o'rtadan kesgani uchun bu tomonni ikkitaga bo'ldi. Of course we have hypotenuse and legs. Bu ya'ni Pifagor teoremasiga olib kelyapti bizani. Pifagor teoremasi bu a kvadrat plus b kvadrat teng c kvadrat degan formuladan tashkil topadi. Ya'ni a kvadrat bu b kvadrat nima? Bu leglar, ya'ni katetlar deb o'rganganmiz. Bizning holatimizda birinchi katetimiz bu 15 squared plus b squared bu x over 2 squared. Ya'ni har doim square ga bitta anaqa olganinglarda parenthesis bilan olinglar, chunki x over 2 ni misol uchun parenthesis olib ketib qolsangiz x squared over 2 qilib ketishingiz mumkin yoki bir xil holatlar bo'ladi. 2x bo'lsa square qilib qo'yishadi, bunda 2x square bo'lib qoladi. Lekin parenthesis qilsanglar bu 4x squareligi ko'rinib turibdi. Shunaqa holatlardan kechish uchun parenthesis, ya'ni har doim qavs olishga e'tibor qaratinglar. And it equals to x squared. Ya'ni bizning hypotenusga. 15 squared, if I'm not mistaken, 225. Then I have x squared over 4 equals to x squared. Albatta oddiy linear equation ishlaganimdek buni bu yoqqa o'tkazib yuboraman. Menda 225 teng x squared minus x squared over 4 bo'lib qoladi. Bunga same denominator, common denominator berishim, ya'ni 4 ga ko'paytirishim kerak. Bundan kelib chiqadiki 225 teng 4x squared minus x squared over 4 degan narsa kelib chiqadi. Ya'ni 225 buni bu yoqqa ko'paytirib olishga qila olaman, ko'paytirib olaman, haqqim bor va 3x squared degan narsa kelib chiqadi. Okay, now it's just like quadratic equation. I have x squared. At the last point, I can write like 225 times 4 over 3. And if I do square root for both sides, what I will get? I will get x equals to 25 times 2 over root of 3. And it equals to 50 over root of 3. Yani bu bitta side'ini uzunligi 50 taqsim ilzosti 3 ekan. Va bizda nima so'ralyapti? Bu perimetr. Perimetr qanaqa topiladi? Ya'ni 3 ta tomon yig'indisi 3 ga ko'paytirib qo'yaman. Ko'paytirsam 150 taqsim ilzosti 3 chiqadi, lekin bunaqa javob yo'q hozircha. Javobini nima qilamiz? Bizda rationalizing degan narsa bor. O'zbek tilida bu mahrajni rational, ya'ni ildizli sonlardan qutqarish degan narsa o'rganganmiz. Ya'ni buni ko'paytiraman. Ilzosti 3 taqsim ilzosti 3 ga ko'paytirganda kelib chiqadi. 50 ilzosti 3 taqsim 3 degan narsa kelib chiqadi va hozir buni prosta 3 ga ko'paytiradigan bo'lsam, chunki 3 ta tomonim bor, menda 50 ilzosti 3 degan narsa kelib chiqar ekan. Juda masab ketdi bu yog'i. Let me do like this. Okay. Ya'ni bizda javob kelib chiqdi, ilzosti 3 chiqdi. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, 150. Okay, sorry for that. Xatolik bo'lib qoldi menimcha. Yeah, for like x over 2 and x, I had like x squared minus x squared over 4, which is equals to 225. Then I have 3x squared, which equals to 4 times 225, and I have x squared, which is 2 times 15. Yeah, I'm sorry that I wrote like 25, which is 15, which should be 15. If I do like square root, I will get after square like 30 over root of 3. Okay, one side equals to 30 over root of 3. Now I should rationalize that by just multiplying by root of 3 over root of 3, and I will get 30 root of 3 over just 3. If I just simplify that, I will get 10 root of 3. And I have 3 sides. Perimeter equals like 3 sides, sum of 3 sides. You just multiply by 3, I will get 30 root of 3, which equals to A, guys. Yeah, it's not so difficult question, but real sorry for my splitting. As you can see, if you do not use like calculator, I just will in my mind like 225 is a square of 25, but honestly, like 25 squared is 625. Every time when you are like solving this kind of questions, use calculator, use Desmos, which is included in a Blue Book application. Okay. Number 6, here just shortly, all of us know the formula x plus h squared plus y plus k squared equals to r squared. It's equation of the circle. It's not a function, it's the equation of about the circle. Okay, r squared, the last point, and we have x plus h squared and y plus k squared, which shows at the center of the circle. For example, if I have a circle, this kind of a circle, and the center. Center has its coordinates, yeah, x coordinate and of course y coordinate. Okay, how we can like put our x and y coordinate at the radius? Here is written that a circle with a center of -a and -b has a radius of 5c, which also following represents the equation of the circle if a and b are positive values. What should I do? Ya'ni sizlar hozir qavs ichiga shunaqa qilishingiz kerakki, minus a ni x o'rniga qo'yganinglarda 0 chiqishi kerak. Ya'ni x plus a ni squared qilsam, minus a qo'ygan paytimda 0 chiqyapti, ya'ni bu to'g'ri kelyapti. Keyingisi esa y plus b squared qilsam, bu menga 0 ni beradi. Ya'ni minus b ni qo'ygan 0 ni beradi va значит bu hammasi to'g'ri kelyapti. And the last point I have 5c. If 5c is the radius, and the radius it should be squared. If I just square that, I will have 25c squared. Now I have the option, if I'm not mistaken, like A is not answered, C is not, D is not, like it's B. Yeah, exactly, it's B. Yana bitta boshqa holatda ko'ramiz. Bu yerda negative A, negative B lar bilan bergan, 5c lar bilan bergan. Boshqa holatda ko'ramiz. Aytaylik negative 2 and 3 center bo'lsa va radiusimiz to'g'ri bo'lsa, misol uchun shunaqa holat bo'lishi mumkin. Centerimiz, ya'ni -2 qo'ygan 0 bo'lishi uchun x plus 2 squared qilaman. Keyin y minus 3 squared qilaman, chunki 0 bo'lishi kerak va 4 squared manti 16 bo'ladi. Ya'ni 4 squared. Ya'ni bu unaqa questionlar related to the circle equations are not so difficult. Asosan mana questionlar qanaqa keladi? Sizlarga ochib qo'yilgan bitta function beriladi, ya'ni x kvadrat plus 4x plus y kvadrat plus 6y shunaqa teng nimadir son berib qo'ygan bo'ladi va question like simply bir xilda centerni so'rash mumkin, radius so'rash mumkin, bir xilda radiusdan center so'rash mumkin, ikkalasini ham. It's not a difficult question. Okay, let's turn to the 7th one. Okay, it's quite an interesting question. Okay, 1 gallon of paint will cover 180 square feet of surface. A room has a total wall area of W square feet, which equation represents the total amount of paint P in gallons needed to paint the walls of the room twice. Nimaga aynan bu misolni qo'ydim? Why I put definitely exactly this question? Because bu savol, ya'ni word problems, ratio like word problems kiradi. Bu savolda bitta texnika bor, ishlatish kerak bo'lgan texnika, ya'ni sizlar equation tuzishga harakat qilishingiz kerak emas. Sizlar har doim bitta real life experience, ya'ni life experience to'g'risida, life situation to'g'risida o'ylashingiz kerak. Shuni tasavvur qilishingiz kerak. Hozir sizlarga aytilyaptiki, bitta gallon of paint, gallon bu ularning litri, ya'ni US shtatlarining litr, shunaqa o'lcham birligi. Qilmagan. Okay, guys, I'm really sorry for this confusion. Okay, let's do it. Hozir aytganimdek bitta live situation tasavvur qilamiz. Mana aytayotdiki, bitta galon 180 square feet ga yetar ekan. Ya'ni 180 kvadrat metr deb gaplashaylik. Feet demaymiz, kvadrat metr joyga yetar ekan. Ya'ni nima qilaman? Tasavvur qilamanki, menda xonam yoki o'sha pomeshcheniya bo'yashim kerak bo'lgan pomeshcheniya 1800 kvadrat metr joy. Mana bo'yashim kerak. Aytilyaptiki, bitta galon menga hozir 180 kvadrat metr joyga yetar ekan. Ya'ni men nima qilaman? Просто simply 180 ga bo'laman va menda kelib chiqadi 10. Ya'ni javob 10 ta galon kerak menga. Bu simple oddiy matematika, ya'ni ko'rishingiz mumkinki, bu easy narsa. Qo'shingga qaytadigan bo'lsak, W bu mana hozir sizlarning mana shu 1800 yili. Ya'ni sizlardagi bor o'sha square foot, xonanglarni yoki pomeshcheniyalarning square foot. Va bizda P esa bu nechta galon ketishi. Ya'ni bizda mana 10 chiqdi, ya'ni P. Ya'ni bizani equationimiz bunaqa ko'rinishda kerak bo'lishi kerak dirdim. Lekin bizda oxirida room twice degan joy bor. Ya'ni room twice nima deb aytayapti? 2 marta bo'yab chiqish kerak. Ya'ni 2 baravar ko'p bo'lganligi uchun hozir endi sizlarda 1800 kvadrat metr emas, 3600 kvadrat metr bo'ladi. Ya'ni 2 ga ko'paytirib olasiz buni. Ya'ni bu yerda ham 2 ga ko'paytirib olsangiz, ya'ni 2 martalab ko'paytirib chiqishim bo'ladigan bo'lsa, just by simplifying these two numbers I will get W over 90 and the correct answer is going to be just A. Bunaqa questionlarni aytganimda eng oson ishlash yo'li bu just imagining this life situation. Hech qachon u masalan equationni tuzishga bittada yozib ketishga W harflarni yozib ketishga harakat qilmanglar, chunki u misleading olib kelib qoladi. Eng yaxshi option baribir tasavvur qilish va of course pay attention to this kind of like twice, triple, shularga e'tibor qaratinglar har doim, chunki esdan chiqib qolsa mana option turibdi C. C ni tanlab ketib qolishingiz mumkin edi. Men misol uchun bu misolda. Okay, number 8. Which of the following linear equations has one or more solutions with a linear equation shown above? Okay, shown above. Ko'rishingiz mumkinki, bizda hozir 3x minus 16 degan linear equation turibdi. Ya'ni slope 3 ekan, y intercept esa negative 16 ekan. Okay. Va aytayaptiki, bir va undan ortiq solution bo'lishi kerak. Xo'p, ma'nosi nima? Boya aytganimdek, solution bu grafda necha marta kesishligi. Va biz ko'rib turimizga burada hozir bitta line'imiz bu 3x minus 16, ya'ni bundoq tasavvur qilsam bo'ladi. 3x minus 16 ni y intercept 16 minus 16 bo'lgan joyda. Va yana bitta line o'tish kerakki, u line bilan bu bir va undan ortiq solution bo'lishi kerak. Bitta emas, ikkita emas, bu undan ortiq, ya'ni 0 ta emas. Okay. Tasavvur qilamiz, bitta line chizsam. Bitta line chizsam, bu bitta solution ega bo'ldi. Bitta, lekin undan ortiq emas. Line bunaqa aylanib kelib, bunaqasi cross qila olmaydi hech qanaqasi. Chunki bu line bu infinitely many bu pastga qarab ketaveradi, tepaga qarab ketaveradi, hech qanaqasi aylanib kelib, ya'ni bitta intersection qila olmaydi. Shuning uchun men nima qilib o'ylayman? Hop, parallel bo'lsa-chi? Parallel bo'lsa, bular hech qachon kesishmaydi. Ya'ni slope'lari bir xil bo'lib qolsa, parallel bo'lib qolsa, hech qachon kesishmaydi. Nima qilamiz endi degan savolga javob. Agar boshqa line ustida yotgan bo'lsa-chi, ya'ni line ustida line yotgan bo'lsa-chi degan holatni ko'rib chiqsak. Line ustida line yotibdi degani bu biz o'rgangan parametric linear equationsdan infinitely many solutions option kiradi. Ya'ni infinitely many solutions degani bir va undan ortiq. Ya'ni ustida yotibdi. Bular cheksiz darajada, cheksiz ko'p marta bir-biri bilan kesishadi. Ya'ni hozir men mana shu ikkita optionni A va B dan infinitely many solutions to'g'ri keladi deb option tanlashim kerak. Okay. B ga qaraydigan bo'lsam, buni slope ham boshqacha, y intercept ham boshqacha, hamma narsasi boshqacha. Ya'ni B ni ololmayman. Shunaqa qilib C ham chiqib keladi. Chunki boss degan option ham chiqib keladi. Eliminating ishlataman. A ga qaraydigan bo'lsam, just by simplifying by 2, I will get 3x minus 16, which is exactly the same thing with this. Va bular bir xil bo'lgandagina holatda ustiga-usti yotib qolib infinitely many solution holati bo'ladi. Agar bularning slope'lari bir xil, y interceptlari har xil bo'lganida bular bir-biri bilan hech qachon kesishmagan bo'lardi. Bu no solution holatiga to'g'ri kelib qolgan bo'lardi. Lekin aytaylik mana B optiondagi slope har xil, y intercept hamma narsasi har xil mana at least slope har xil bo'lsa bitta solution bo'laveradi har doim, ya'ni bular хотя бы 1 gradusga bo'lsa ham bir-biriga boshqacha parallel emas, 1 gradusga bo'lsa ham intersection bo'ladi, baribir kesishadi, bitta solution chiqib keladi baribir. Okay, I think you get like the meaning of the systems, meaning of the infinitely many one solutions, and so on. One more time about geometry. I have a circle shown above is inscribed inside the square ABCD. Square means all of the sides are equal to each other. Hamma tomoni x ham, a desam, b desam bo'ladi. Ya'ni hamma tomoni bir xil. X plus x ham bo'ladi hozircha. Segment AC is the diagonal of the square and its length is 10 centimeters. Ya'ni mana bu diagonal, ya'ni square diagonali menda 10 cm ekan. What is the radius of the circle in centimeters? Okay, ma 10 cm xx. Ya'ni yana bitta holat Pifagor. Pifagor teoremasi shunday narsaki, bu har qanaqa SAT mi, boshqa exam, math examlarda geometriya bormi, Pifagor albatta kerak bo'ladigan narsa. Oddiy narsa pointlar orasidagi distance hisoblaydigan formulalar ham taji o'sha Pifagordan kelib chiqqan. Ya'ni Pifagor juda muhim narsa. Xo'p, bizda hozir ikkita leglarimiz x squared bo'lyapti. And my hypotenuse 10 squared. Now I have 2x squared equals to 100. If I just simplify by 2, I will get x squared, which is equals to 50. And x equals to just square root of 50. Hop, square root of 50 ni men boshqacha simplify qilsam bo'ladi. Ya'ni 25 ko'paygan 2 deb yozsam bo'ladi. Va shu holatda exponentlarni lowga, regarding the exponents of lows of exponents, I can take out 25 as a 5 out of the root. 5 root of 2 bo'lib qoladi. Bu nima hozir bizda x? X esa bu square ning bitta tomoni edi. Question asks for the radius of the circle in centimeters. Okay, radius nima hozir bizda? O'rtadan bundoq bitta chiziq chizsam, bu hozir menda circle ni diameter bo'lib qoladi. Va parallelni bir xil tushgani uchun bu ham square ni bitta tomoni. Lekin diameter bilamizki, bu ikkita radius, ya'ni radiusi 2 ko'paygani. Ya'ni men hozir o'rtasidan oladigan bo'lsam, bu menga radiusni beradi. Ya'ni o'rtasi deganda, любой bitta side'ni, har qanaqa side'ni 2 ga bo'ladigan bo'lsa, menda radius kelib chiqar ekan. It means if I just divide 5 square root of 2 by 2, I will just get a radius, and the correct option is D. Okay. I think it's clear, and let's turn to the last one. Okay, it's a question which was on, if I'm not mistaken, May SAT and on October SAT exam. On October SAT exam was the same context, but without like different numbers or something like that. But the context, like question, was the same. Rectangular fence covers an area of 85 plots. Each plot has an area of C. The width of a plot is larger than its length by 3 times, and the length is x squared of C. What is a positive value of x? Okay, bu yerda nima qilaman? Birinchi navbatda kontekst tushunishim kerak. Fence bor ekan, fence ya'ni zabor degani. Bunda bitta zabor bo'ladi. Fence ichida esa 85 plot. Plot deb men nima deb tushunishni xohlardim. Misol uchun bu imagination bog'liq. Aytaylik, kichkina kafilda bo'ladi bunaqa, bu brushatkadirda, o'sha 85 plot bo'lsa ichida, 85 ta brushatka bo'lsa. Okay. Shu yerda question turns to each plot has an area of C. Yani if I take one plot, it says that one plot has an area of C, and we know that each plot is rectangular like plots, and the area of rectangle can be found by the just multiplying length by width. That's it. See again. Then it says the width of a plot is larger than its length by 3 times. Yani nima degani? Width lengthdan 3 baravar katta. 3 times. 3 times 3 baravar katta. Share.
Texnik muammo bo'ldi. 1 minutda qaytamiz. 1 minut maksimum.
Okay, guys, really sorry for that, for some technical issues. Happens. Each plot has an area of C. Okay, I have a plot with area of C. It's written that. Then the width of a plot is larger than its length by 3 times. As I said, like width is 3 times of the length. It means something like that. We know that width times length is going to be now our area. And it's written that our area equals to C. Okay, length equals to x root of C. If I just plug in that, I will get 3 times x root of C. And now I have what? W in the meaning like width equals to 3x root of C and length equals to x root of C. If I multiply this both, I should get just C. Okay, let's multiply that. 3x root of C times x root of C, I will get C. Square root of C times square root of C just C. That's why I just can simplify C's on both sides. Then I have 3x times x, I will get like 3x squared equals to 1. Okay, it asks for the positive value of x. Actually, there is a reason why it asks for only positive value of x. As we know in geometry, we use only like positive values for any kind of measurements. We never say like -5 meters, -5 meter, -10 centimeter, uni balandligi -1,5 meter. I have never heard that. That's why we use only positive numbers. That's why I can watch it now. X squared will be equal to 1/3. If I just square that, I will get x equals to square root of 1 is just 1 and square root of 3. Of course, I do not like that. I want to rationalize that just by multiplying by square root of 3 over square root of 3, and I will get square root of 3 over 3, and that's what my like answer is. I think like it was useful for you. And now let's turn to the next session. What we are gonna do now? Okay. Now we have Q&A session. Something interesting. Done with that, Q&A. Okay, if you have any questions, now our moderators are gonna like work with their questions. They will send you a post jo'natishadi. Tagida kommentariya savollar qoldirishga boshlaysizlar. Savollarga bitta javob beraman qisqa vaqt ichida. Уже soat 9 PM bo'lib qolibdi, xudo xolasa. Like you have 11 hours until your exam. Q&A bilan test qilib va keyin bonus file to'g'risida gaplashamiz va keyin sekin asta tugatishga ham o'tamiz sekin. Okay. Okay, question 1. Question 8ga tushunmay qoldim. Okay, now any problems? I'm gonna explain that one more time. Question 8. Oh, 3x minus 16. Okay, question asks for the linear equation where I have one or more solution with a linear equation above. It means I should find this kind of a function, one like shunaqa bitta function topishim kerakki, mana shu mana a b c d turibdi, c bilan d menga function bermayapti, просто optionlar qo'shib qo'yapti. Shularni mana a bilan b ni orasida tanlashim kerak. Bitta funksionni bular bir-biri bilan 1 va undan ortiq marta keshish kerak. Endi tasavvur qilamiz. bitta line chizadigan bo'lsam, bu line bilan boshqa line aylanib kelib 2 marta kesib qolishi mumkin emas. Ya'ni bundoq aylanib kelib, bunaqasi bo'lib 2 marta kesib qolishi mumkin emas. Ya'ni one or more deganda biz nima tushunishimiz kerak? Har doim bu infinite domain solution, ya'ni chiziq ustida yotgan holatni ko'radigan bo'lishimiz kerak. Ya'ni chiziq ustida yotibdi. Bu holatda bir va undan ortiq solution bo'ladi. Solution bu ikkala function uchun ham bir xil bo'lgan bitta koordinat. Ya'ni, misol uchun mana ikkita line o'tadigan bo'lsa, hozir ikkalasi uchun faqat bittagina point common hisoblanadi. Ya'ni bittagina point ikkalasi uchun bitta. Xo'p. Lekin infinite domain solution bo'lganida usti yotgan uchun hamma pointlar bir-biriga to'g'ri kelganligi uchun bu menga infinite domain solution bo'ladi. Ya'ni linelarda esda qolish kerak, bizda yo no solution bo'ladi, parallel bo'lgan paytda, yo bitta solution bo'ladi, prosta mana kesishganida, yo infinite domain solution bo'ladi. Ikkita, uchta solution bo'lmaydi, ikkita line bo'lganda. Shuning uchun men a ni tanladim, chunki a bu fx bilan, ya'ni berilgan 3x - 16 bilan bir xil narsa. Chunki 2 bilan qisqartirib oladigan bo'lsam, 3x - 16 ikkita bir xil narsa, bu bir xil function ustida yotibdi degan narsani menga ko'rsatadi. Tushunarli bo'ldi deb bittaman. Okay, then I have question 2. Can SAT suite question bank math question will be encountered in an exam by chance? Actually, due to our experience in SATashkent, experiences bu holatlar bo'lgan, ya'ni o'sha question bankdagi tushgan, ya'ni faqat SAT math emas, English sectiondan bo'lgan. Mana question bankda ko'rgan savolim tushdi deydi. Ko'pincha holatda qanaqa bo'ladi? Question bankdagilarni ular directly olib tashlab qo'yishmaydi. Detaillarni o'zgartirishadi. Sonni o'zgartirishi mumkin. Bitta kichkina detail o'zgartirishi mumkin. Misol uchun parabola beradi, tepaga emas, pastga qarab qo'yibdi. Negativ bo'ldi, pozitiv bo'ldi. Shunaqa oddiy detaillarni o'zgartirib qo'yishi mumkin. Ya'ni juda ham simple, juda yaqin bo'lishi mumkin va materialsga keladigan bo'lsam, SQB ni men juda ham maslahat bergan bo'lardim hozirgi holatda SAT question bankni ishlatishga. Ya'ni tayyorlanayotgan preparation paytda SAT question bank juda ham foydali narsa hisoblanadi. Bizning holat, ya'ni hard, mediumlarni ishlab chiqsangiz juda ham foydali bo'ladi bu narsa. Okay, next question. What will you advise in order to avoid careless mistakes? So, really important part. Imtihonda careless mistake'ni avoid qilish bitta strategiyasi bor. Boshida aytdim, ya'ni calculation. Most of the careless mistake'lar calculationdan bo'ladi. Mana hozirgina holat ko'rdinglar, 3-chi misol, 2-chi misoldan 225 ildizni men 25 olib ketib qoldim. Bu oddiy narsa, men kalkulyator ishlatganim yo'q. Bu xayolimdan mana 25 turibdi, oxirida bir 25 kvadrat bo'lsa kerak degan narsadan ketib qoldim. Ya'ni bunaqa holatni oldini olish uchun harakat qilinglar, har doim kattaroq calculationlarni, kompleks calculationlarni kalkulyatorda qilinglar. Xayolingizda qilib yoki daftarni mana ko'pincha holat ko'ramiz, mana holat bo'ladi. 3x plus 16 plus 9x deydi. Ustidan bunday bo'yab, oldiga 12x plus 16 deb yozib mana yo'q. Paperdan clear qilinglar, 3x plus 16 plus 9x pastidan yozinglar, clear qilib, careless mistake, ya'ni calculations by clear list. Bu qog'ozlarda clear qilib ishlashinglar juda ham muhim, juda ham. Va calculationda ham ehtiyot bo'linglar. Okay, question 4, I guess. What is the best book to practice SAT maths? Okay, practice'ga keladigan bo'lsak, Panda SAT bu fundamentals, ya'ni o'rgan. Endi SAT mathsga kirib kelyapsizlar, o'rganmoqsiz. Nima o'zi SAT maths, nima topiklar tushadi, qanaqa bo'ladi, misollarni ko'rmoqchisizlar. Panda ko'rish uchun, ya'ni bitta fundamentals o'rganib chiqish uchun. Keyingi navbatda bizda Philadelphia degan kitob turadi. Philadelphia bu 2016-yil, ya'ni new SAT format o'zgargandan keyin holatda yig'ilgan to'plam. Ya'ni bizning o'zimizda O'zbekistonda matematik masalalar to'plami bor. Abituriyentlar bilsa kerak. Buni 96-2007 degan bitta qizil to'plam kitobimiz bor. Xuddi shunga o'xshagan to'plam. Ya'ni temalashtirilgan, hamma mavzulashtirilgan, ichiga misollar tashlangan. Ya'ni SAT examlardan, paper based o'sha bo'lgan SAT examlardan misollar tashlangan, tashlanib borilgan. Ichi juda ham katta kitob. Ya'ni o'shandan practice qilishdan juda ham maslahat bergan bo'lardim. Boya aytganimdek, SAT question bank juda ham foydali va 3-navbatda Khan Academy, digital SAT maths juda ham foydali. juda ham mana hozir ko'rsatib o'taman. Coursesda hozir biz Digital SAT deb ochilgan, bu yerda SAT Maths mana Digital SAT Mathsga kiradigan bo'lsanglar, Digital SAT Maths bular o'ziga mana Foundations, Medium va Advanced levellarga bo'lib qo'yishgan har bir topikni. Biz bilamizki, hozir Digital SAT 4 ta anaqaga asosiy topiklarga bo'linadi. Bu Algebra, Advanced Maths, Problem Solving va Geometry, Trigonometry. Algebra bilan Advanced Mathsga 35% dan tushadi. Ya'ni общий 44 ta savolning 70% Algebra va Advanced Mathsdan bo'ladi. Qolgan 30% esa Problem Solving bilan Geometry, Trigonometrydan bo'ladi. Ya'ni bu yerga kirib, bu yerda savollarning soni cheksiz demayman, not infinitely, but too many. Bemalol to'xtamasdan practice qilishingiz mumkin. Foundationsdan boshlab, medium, advanced hammasini ishlab chiqib, bemalol bu practice uchun juda ham zo'r joy hisoblanadi va albatta oxirida course challenge bor. Ya'ni hamma topiklarni ko'rib chiqdinglar, zo'r bo'ldi. Bemalol course challenge ishlab, yana ham ko'rib olishingiz mumkin. Weak pointlar qayerda bor, nima problema, shularni bemalol ko'rishingiz mumkin. I think it was clear. Ya'ni Philadelphia, Question Bank va Khan Academy'ni hozirgi holda Digital SAT uchun juda ham maslahat beraman. Okay, and I think we're done with the questions. I think, yeah, we're done with the questions. Now it's turn, I guess it's turn to the bonus file. Yeah, bonus file from SATashkent, from SATashkent Math Tutors. Okay, what sort of file is that? It's SAT Math Review. Bu fayl faqat ertangi imtihon emas, martdagi, maydagi hamma imtihonlar uchun juda ham foydali bo'ladigan fayl hisoblayman. Buni qo'ldan kelgancha shortly qisqa lo'nda ochiq qilib yig'ishga harakat qildik. Eng kerak bo'ladigan ko'pincha bolalar adashib, esdan chiqib, yana problema qilib qo'yishi mumkin bo'ladigan holatlar, ayniqsa advanced maths uchun. Ya'ni bu yerda nima? Asosiy konseptlar va formulalar kerak bo'ladigan SAT Mathsda. Konseptlar mana integer nima, domain, range nima, intercept va intercept nima. Kichkinagina fayl, atigi 7 tagina page, ichidagi formulalarni sizlar o'zi ko'pchilikni bilasizlar, ularni ishlagansizlar, ko'rgansizlar. Lekin bir xil holatlarda, masalan, oddiy narsa, mana amplification rules esdan chiqib qolishi mumkin. Uchun ko'payganida bo'lingan nima bo'ladi, qanaqa bo'ladi esdan chiqib qolishi mumkin. Yoki qo'shilganda, ayrilganda nima bo'ladi esdan chiqib qolishi mumkin. Albatta bu faylni bizlarni adminlarimiz kanalga share qilib qo'yishadi. Bemalol faylni ochib ishlatishingiz mumkin. Xudo xolasa juda ham foydali bo'ladi deb o'ylayman. Imtihonlarda, ertaga imtihonlarda, especially keyingi imtihonlarda juda ham foydali bo'ladi deb o'ylayman. Bu bizani math tutorlarimiz birgalashib, ana shu yig'ib chiqdik. Eng kerak bo'ladigan momentlarda har bir section uchun mana algebra, problem solving, advanced math va geometry, trigonometry uchun yig'ib chiqdik. Then foydali bo'ladi deb o'ylayman. And the last part, it's some advices regardingly not like details of the exam, but ko'p gaplashdik, careless mistake, boshqa juda ko'p gaplashdik. Advice'im qanaqa bo'ladi? Hayajon har doim bo'ladi. Hayajon bo'lishi bu oddiy, natural holat. Hayajon bo'lishi kerak. Bundan qo'rqish ilojisi yo'q. Hayajonni to'g'ri yo'lda ishlatishni o'rganinglar. Hayajon bo'lyaptimi, sizlar o'zingizlarda uверен emassizlar. Ya'ni sizlar bu narsadan fearlar bor, bu narsadan qo'rqasizlar. Uверенность past, shuning uchun hayajon bor, fear bor. Ya'ni nima qilish kerak? Yana ham har ishlash kerak. Ertaga imtihonga borganda bismillah deb boshlash kerak. Har doim sekin, asta, linearly ishlab, shoshmasdan, boshqalarga hech qanaqa attention qaratmasdan, chunki boshqalar o'ziga o'zi skor, bu hech qanaqa misol uchun competition emas, hech qayerda list chiqmaydi, fan test centeringda mana bu eng katta ball olibdi, bu bunaqa qilibdi. Bunda competition emas, faqat o'zingiz bilan o'zingiz care qiling, o'zingizga o'zingiz qarang. O'zingizni screeningizdan qo'lingiz uzilmasin, qog'ozdan, ruchkadan qo'lingiz uzilmasin. Vaqtdan unumli foydalaning. Birinchi modul vaqt qolib ketdimi, double check qilavering hammasini. Shubhangiz bormi? Double check qiling. Oxirida 3 minut, 4 minut rest olsangiz bo'ladi. Ikkinchi modul chunki qiyinroq bo'ladi. Ikkinchi modulda oldin rest olib, dam olib, bemalol qilib olsangiz bo'ladi. Ertalab, I strongly recommend to not eat anything like fried, oiled, this kind of foods. I strongly recommend to eat fruits. qaynatilgan tuxum juda ham maslahat beraman. Bu all my experiencedan, examlardan oldingi experience'larimdan juda ham maslahat beraman. This kind of advices I wanted to share with you. Bugungi sessionimiz juda ham foydali bo'ldi deb hisoblayman. Men uchun ham, sizlar uchun ham foydali bo'ldi deb hisoblayman. Jamshidbekka juda ham kattakon rahmat. English bo'yicha shunaqa даже men ham bilmasdim bir xil tiplarni o'rganib oldim Jamshidbek darsdan. Hammaga ertangi imtihonda omad tilab qolaman. Omad va clear mind, ya'ni toza, aniq bitta mind bilan kirishinglarni, fokus bilan kirishinglarni tilab qolaman, ya'ni gadjetlarni yig'ishtirib tashlab. Hammaga rahmat, sog' bo'linglar. Ertaga imtihonni I think like you will like just crash it will be hot. Va ertangi Asadbek Burakovni sessionlarida ko'rishdan juda ham xursand bo'lamiz hammalarni. Kattakon rahmat. See you guys. Okay, bye.
Hammaga kattakon rahmat qatnashganlaringiz uchun. 4 soatlik session bo'ldi. Hammaga foydali bo'ladi degan umiddamiz. Bugun matematikani vaqtliroq tugatdik. Nimaga? Chunki hammani ertaga imtihoni bor. Hammani bugun yaxshilab dam olishlaringiz kerak. Ko'p blue screenga qarasalaringiz ham ertaga boshlaringiz og'rib uyg'onib, ekzaminga ta'sir qilishi mumkin. O'shaning uchun hozir telefonni o'chirib, webinarda, mitingda aytilgan gaplarni eslab, uxlab qolishingizni hammaga tilaymiz. Umumiy olganda sessionlar juda yaxshi bo'ldi deb o'ylaymiz. Jamshidga rahmat. Kattakon o'zini borini shu 2 soatlik mitingda nimaiki bo'lsa share qilishga harakat qildi. Hammaga foydali bo'ladi degan umiddamiz. Bir kun kelib Xudo xohlasa Jamshidga o'xshagan inson yoki Jamshidga o'xshab, Jamshidni maqsad qilib kelajakda maqsadlariga yetsa, biz o'shanda o'zimiz maqsadimizga yetgan bo'lamiz. Shohruhga ham alohida rahmat. Ertalabdan beri prezentatsiyalarni tayyorlab, foydali bo'lishi kerak. Yorvorishimiz kerak, bolalarga realni foydali bo'lishi kerak degan uchun hammaga rahmat. Vaqt ajratganlaringiz uchun. Ertaga Xudo xohlasa ekzaminlaringizga omad. Ekzamin bu hayotlaringizdagi eng muhim nima desa bo'ladi, milestonelardan bittasi. Hammaga omad tilaymiz. Hammaga xayrli tun. Iloji bo'lsa hozir o'z savollaringizni qoldirsangiz, kechroq bilan javob berib chiqamiz. Ertalab turganda ko'rishlaringiz mumkin. Keyin hozir kanalga bonus materialni ham tashlab qo'yamiz. Shuni ko'rib, nimadir yana yangiliklar o'rganib, ertaga ekzamindan oldin ham qaytarishingiz uchun. Hammaga kattakon rahmat. Ertaga sessionda ko'rishguncha, ertagalik sessionni bugun yoki ertaga ertalab postini chiqaramiz va bizdan o'sha narsani aytib o'tmoqchi edim. Bizdan sessionlarimiz biz hech qachon oldindan schedule bermaymiz. Har kuni keyingi speaker kimligini bilasiz. O'shaning uchun bu qanaqadir surpriz holatda bo'ladi. Ertangi speaker haqida ma'lumot kanalda chiqadi, lekin umumiy aytganda sizlar oxirgacha qolganlaringiz uchun sizlarga aytamiz. Bonus sifatida bular kanaldagi 1400 kishi, 1350 kishi bilmaydi, lekin sizlar bilasizlar. Ertaga men o'zim chiqaman. Asadbek keyingi admission topiklarda keyingi speakerlarimiz Harvard, Stanford, Yale hammalari chiqishdan oldin bitta applicationni butunlay ko'rib chiqamiz. Texnik partlarini, polностью nima kerak bo'lsa fundamentlarini ko'rib chiqamiz. Keyin u speakerlar bilan specific pointlarga touch qilamiz. Hammaga kattakon rahmat. Bonus materialni kanalga share qilamiz. O'zingizni ehtiyot qiling. Xayrli tun. Uydagilarga salom deng va ertaga imtihonga omad. Hammaga xayrli tun. Biz webinarimizni tugatamiz.